And yes, we are back once again with another episode of the Jumping Junipers in Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Fantastical adventure into the Feywild forests. You've travelled via balloon all the way across the swampy land of Hither, and you were enjoying a nice balloon ride. Beautiful air in your faces, a fresh breeze compared to the stagnant swamps. And then there was something else foul on the wind. And Notus, you picked up on this before anyone else and steadied the balloon before it rocked you all out of it. A pendulum-like basket below was threatening to throw everyone overboard, but you could tell this thing was circling like a shark. And when you went to confront it, the clouds darkened, and this almost storm-like elemental creature emerged. And for no good reason, it seemed to be attacking the balloon. Any attempts to dissuade this creature or reason with it were met with a gusty reprisal. And now you were forced to land. Oh, well, you also landed it as well. It kind of like floated back down after the earthbind from Snickersnack, seemingly have dominion over them. Yeah, this creature had to like either retreat or wait whilst you guys disappeared into the mists. You plucked the balloon down near a cave, and poking your heads inside, you saw that one way was covered, glittering with gold, whilst the other seemed more precarious and, well, there was loose rubble, there was a staircase. But as soon as you jumped over, there was a bunch of coal that just blew into flames. The other group, they ate a piece of gold, and it pissed off some sort of golem that was living inside the pile, and it proceeded to attack you guys, but I don't think it was any match. Part of it was already missing, by the way. When you bit that, I treated that as actual damage to the golem. So it started with like 6 HP less.
We didn't get punished for any greed. We're not greedy. We're just hungry.
That's it, yeah. What if they told you about eating things in the Feywild? But...
I mean,
and then a load of rats stole some coins, and it couldn't submerge back into its pile to rebuild itself. And as that happened, Ulric delivered the final blow. It shattered into 1,000,000 coins. After that, you found your way through the staircase. Seemingly this fire was weirdly maybe an illusion, but it felt real. The heat was certainly there. And as you merged into a smaller cave, you found a old wizened man spinning this gold into threads. And he wore a blindfold so that he did not see his past deeds, the spirits that haunted him from when he lived as a terrible miser and extorted people. He said he made a deal with the hag. He said he wanted to put this bad deed behind him and make amends. And so she condemned him to this cave where he has to give away his ill-gotten gains to any passerby, turning them into something useful. Until all of those every single gold piece is done, he is stuck here. And he offered you each a magical item. We have the battle tax, the boots of the phase step. We have a gleaming golden shield. We fixed Notus's mask. We got a cool cape. And Vaike got an awesome javelin of warning.
Mm-hmm.
And then I forget what Jack got.
Jack got the amulet of protection, of proof against detection and location.
Very nice. So they're absolutely
invisible
rolling
for
in magic
divination.
items.
What did Televar get?
No one's going to spy on Jack.
Gloves?
Oh, I think Televar got something quite simple. Yeah, he decided to get the boots.
Oh, also
of elven kind, I think. Yeah. Ooh, shiny pair of boots. And that's where we left off. You guys were just admiring your... Oh, yeah. Clavicle was watching the balloon for now, but you can have them come in.
Baird will ask Neb if we can use the cave entrance to hide our balloon while we're exploring further.
Yes, I don't see why not. If you're able to fit it in there, yes. Just don't put it on the side with the fire. There's more space in the gold room anyway.
So, not in the fire room?
So not in the fire room.
No.
Not in the fire room.
You can deflate it slightly. I think you did already. And it fits just barely in the entrance. You tighten up the nozzles so none of the swamp gas is leaking. And yeah, I guess we'll just leave it in the treasure room.
Yeah, that works for us if Neb is willing to let us.
So we're continuing on foot? Awesome. And where are we going?
Well, it's either that or that ghastly wind comes back. Certainly had it out for us.
I can only do that sort of like block them, set them to the ground thing once per day, so it might be a problem.
Well, we have a sign up and stealing from this cave is already considered pretty bad.
Nib will ask the little scarecrow that's just waddled in. Ah, yes, good. Another visitor. And what can I do for you, little thing? And Clapperclaw will tell them what they want, but we'll flash back to that when we've got them available.
Alrighty.
But yeah. All right. Well, you're welcome back anytime. Certainly you. And he kind of gestures towards you, Garreth. Any reprieve from those spirits, even for but a minute, is appreciated.
They all have to learn to live. Or let stuff rest.
I'm sure they will once their gold is in a better place.
Is there nothing you can
Have you ever helped
process up?
Have you ever helped the Herringon?
The Herringon? No. I have not. Wait. The ones with the rabbit-like ears?
The one that used to call himself the Prince of Prismere.
Yes, I've not, but let me see.
He turned the leaf around. And now he's being the protector of a walking shrub.
We'll spread the word around.
I knew much of. I've had darklings come by, but not Herringon.
Baird will look to Vaike and go, could you put Nib on your list? We can send people over here to help ease the burden.
I think he's fine. I feel like he's paying off his own burden.
More that here in the Feywild, travelers are hard to come by.
Nonsense. We met so many people.
And they're all confined to their own realm.
Also that. I mean, if anything, we already got Nib on the list. Once we get this golden windmill working and the mists are cleared, foot traffic will be increased around these parts. And once we get all these tags taken care of, we'll also have more people coming around. So, maybe a greedy money baron who messed up a lot of people can stand to be in this cave a little bit longer.
I'm just saying it's
I
something
imagine I will.
I'm just saying it's something we could do in the future. Not necessarily now.
It's definitely something that we're going to help regardless as if we want to or not, so. But I think the only thing he can do is pay back his dues.
He starts spinning the wheel again. Clapperclaw has their item, whatever it is they request.
Is there anything else we could do to help you, Nib?
I'm afraid anything short of bringing people here so that I can gift them gold is a fruitless endeavor. I've tried leaving the cave. I've tried silencing the spirits. I'm afraid I will just have to live with this for now. Such is my fate. Such is all the fates of those who make deals with the hags. There's an awkward silence.
I'll walk out.
Clapperclaw will, Clapperclaw will break up the silence by saying,
I can make.
"Yeah, that's good advice, actually. I know some good advice as well. Don't challenge death to a pillow fight unless you're prepared for the repercussions."
The what?
The repercussions.
I like that one, Clapperclaw. My new goal.
Ulric just face palms.
My new goal is
The
to.
Taliban's like, I don't quite get it.
You think that I pillow fought
What is
death
this
when I ate that cookie?
Maybe.
I'd like to think I did.
All right. You all heading back out and heading out on foot, it feels like.
Yep.
All right. We shall head to the next hex crawl.
I will pat all the rats individually on the head before I send them off.
All the rats?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm giving them each a little scritch in return for their assistance.
Yes, everyone.
Every one
that
of them.
includes the big one.
The big one, that's Ulric.
Yeah.
I also have to pet Ulric on the head.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see these rats getting paired, and you feel a little bit left out for some reason. But Bear doesn't forget you.
Can Bird even pet Ulric on the head without him bending down?
I can climb on Ulric's shoulder.
Yeah, potentially.
Where are we?
Well,
The new hex scroll.
You'd be down here somewhere. No, you'd be further because this didn't happen.
Woo! We're safe.
Oh, we're safe.
Our balloon is not rent asunder.
Oh, that's where we are.
No, you're more over here. You went a bit further into the forest. Now, I'm not going to drag everyone's tokens over, but I think we can use.
I think Mischief. I think Mischief is a good group token.
They're a bit big. I'll use Clapperclaw. Oh no, Jack was what we were using before, weren't we? Yeah, we'll use Jack. Perfect. All right, there we go. This is where you guys are.
That wanted poster we saw. Did it look like it was on a road or something, or a pathway, or was it kind of just outside the cave?
Yeah, there was just a little
Was
bit
it
of a
on
clearing outside
this
the cave
tree?
entrance, but yeah, that tree there, and you just pulled it off, and you could see it said something about Will of the Feywild. But I had a young boy with a big frizzy haircut.
And it's not even a jumping
With a-
Junipers poster.
Well,
No, sadly
does
not.
anybody have a stick? We can just do it the old tried and true method.
Can I play like a note to see if it resonates with any direction?
Hmm.
I'll play my tune. I'll play my tune to see if I get anything. That's always a good way to go. If I'm trying to
You
navigate.
play your tune, and it feels deafened by the forest. The thick trees seem to absorb any sound that you make. In fact, it feels almost a bit too quiet for what you'd imagine a primeval, untouched forest to be like. You'd expect more wildlife, but it does feel a little quiet.
Garreth,
And with
do the stick method.
Yeah, I'll. Can I find a nice fancy stick?
you go to find a fancy stick, and you lean down to pick it up, and it feels kind of rough in your hands. And
Oh no.
yeah, as you pick it up, it tries to like hop away from you.
What? the stick?
Before the stick actually leaves, so I'll ask it. Would you mind showing us the way, please?
It seems to twist in your grip, scraping its bark against your smooth skin.
I mean, my skin ain't that smooth.
Okay, yeah, it's a woodman's hands. Maybe you're used to that. But it seems to not listen to your request and seems to occasionally try to like stab you with the pointy end of a stick and like pokes you away before it releases itself from your grip. And it does begin to hop away. So I guess you could try and follow it, but it didn't seem like it was willing.
Maybe that way, but it doesn't seem to be friendly.
It seems we need to speak to the woods. Where would we go to speak to the woods?
Well, I don't know much, but if you ask a stick, hey, show me where to go, and it starts hopping away, I feel like we gotta follow that stick.
But what if it's trying to get away?
I mean, what other option do we have? I mean, we follow the stick or we go another random direction. I mean, I'm down for whatever. What's your stomach telling you, Ulric?
Yeah, I think we should follow the stick.
I agree.
Okay.
In
that case, you begin to. That's up to everyone else.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless, it seems to know where it's going, whereas we don't. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, we can at least talk to whoever it's going to.
Yep. Follow that stick.
Follow that stick. All right. So a little bit of indecision leaves it to have a head start, and it does pop, pop, pop. You can just about hear it in the distance, but as you chase after it, it definitely feels like the forest is sort of almost growing and leaning over the top of you. Kind of get that sense of vertigo as when you look up, the trees sort of almost bend up and over, like they're leaning over your shoulder, watching you. And as you try to move through the terrain, there's these bumps and roots that always seem to snag and trip you up. The grass feels too long, too unmaintained. It's just tripping you and slowing you down. Eventually, you feel like this is just difficult terrain, and certainly this stick has got the lead on you. Jack could try and teleport ahead, but he would be then like separate from the group. Oh yeah, Notus, you're on top of Mischief. But even he's struggling. I think Mischief is actually slower in land than he is than anyone else. Yes, to actually dash just to keep up. But yeah, after a while, you feel like it feels like the forest just doesn't want you here. The branches keep like swatting you in the faces. The trees and grass like wraps around your feet, trying to tug at your ankles.
You know, I never thought I'd say this, but I actually kind of prefer the swamp.
Yeah, I'm kind of starting to miss it. It was kind of gross, but at least I wasn't tripping over everything.
If
I was
Beardless
hoping that after we helped the oak in the inn, the forest would be more friendly to us.
well, we need to figure out who we need to tell those code words. The passphrases or whatever they are.
Oh, we should have told the code word to the stick. He probably knows the tree we're looking for.
No, but it's not a. It's a response. We need to. The words we have been given are responses to
something.
Something.
Were these trees saying something? Can I put my ear on one of the trees?
You can put your ear to the tree, certainly.
The tree punches you.
I want to be the first time.
Oh, no.
I'm ready. I'm ready for round 2.
You feel the tree is, I guess, leaning into you. Almost feels like it's pushing you back slightly. There is a slow and steady creaking, and yet you don't feel the wind in the air. It's as though this tree is very much alive, and perhaps getting more and more frustrated the more you're up against it. You know, when you hear someone kind of like moaning or and they're getting angrier, it feels like that, but the creaking of the woods is building up.
Yeah, I'll back off.
We helped a bunch of trees, and I'll talk in Sylvan and say, who do we? Which tree should we speak to?
As you look around, you almost hear a chorus of creaking sounds coming from every tree around you. You look back to try and find the path that you were on as well, and that seems to have been completely enclosed. Like the trees have almost unknowingly kind of collapsed around you, and now you're surrounded by every one of them. It feels claustrophobic. You feel hemmed in. The whole party is like almost back to back as the trees, although they don't appear to be moving, it just feels like they've got closer and closer. And then you start to see one of the bark's formation shift and crack and turning into what looks to be long, kind of wispy eyebrows. You see what are they called, like hangers, like these little vines and reeds kind of hanging down over their branches, looks like hair, and you see a nose and mouth beginning to form. And we see something like this before the party. Here you go.
Whose eyebrows?
All right. And these mossy eyebrows, and all around you, you feel like there are more faces within the trees now that you're like directly addressing them.
I feel like we should have asked permission to be here.
Well, it does begin to crack its mouth open as if it hasn't done this in such a long time. You see the bark kind of snapping. You see the moss kind of stretching and breaking open as the mouth is revealed. And with a kind of long yawn, it begins to speak its first words in Sylvan. That much is obvious. And it says... It says... wishes to enter the forest.
This is a tricky one. I can give a counter phrase, or I can give an answer.
Suppose it starts to look towards you. Which one of you asked the question?
It was Baird.
Okay, it was bad, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. It slowly turns towards you, then Baird, and it asks you to approach.
I will do so.
Mm-hmm. And it says, now that it's like right up against you, it seems to like discern you. Its old, ancient eyes begin to like look you over, and you are you're an only child, Baird? Question mark.
Yeah, Baird is the only child in his house.
Okay. And it sort of like scans around, and then it's almost like there's no eyes inside these kind of deep recesses in its head. It's almost like there's just these holes where you'd imagine like owls to perhaps live.
Mm.
And as it's trying to squint forward, it does say, "Is someone there?"
So does this does this catch me as what would be like the stuff for the counter phrases, or is this just like from a, or does it just seem like you should be asking questions?
If there is a response that sounds like it would reply to that question, then potentially. But it is very much in the vein of a conversation. A person who wouldn't know the phrases would certainly walk into a normal response, like a usual kind of reply. But if you have the phrases, maybe there's one that fits this.
Oh, they're not in order? I didn't know that.
It was specified that they were phrases, but there wasn't an order specifically. This is just the order I was given them.
Okay.
Where are the phrases?
Possibly in the handouts.
I'm not sure if I even shared them with everyone.
They're
Well,
they're in notes. They're in notes.
Oh, they're in notes, thank God. Yeah, they are there.
Bert probably would have heard him at some points.
Yeah. I think we discussed them over food.
Mm-hmm.
Is what happened.
Okay, I've marked them in the chat, so you can just click the reply. Sorry. So, having a quick glance over them, maybe that answers your.
So, what did he say exactly? I'm trying to get
It kind of squinted forward and looked, and asked, "Is someone there?"
Oh yeah. Garreth will.
That is talking to.
Garreth can hear this, right?
I'm just trying to discern which one.
You're not whispering, because if Baird is there in front of him, I will send Baird a message. Say, "There's only me."
Yeah, that's what I thought. There's only me.
You've got a message?
I've got my eerie token. Or rather, Baird got my eerie token.
I do have that right now.
That's great. All right. Well, perfect. In that case, then that's what you hear in your head, almost like as you're racking your brain, like, is he just talking to me? Is he just asking a question, or is this the thing? And then that's when you hear, that voice in your head, kind of guiding you.
Yeah, I think that's all.
And yeah, you respond, and they say, "And who are you?"
I guess
I
you'll
guess
see.
you'll see.
You see, it's almost as if the canopy kind of opens up slightly, and just a faint bit of twilight shines down into a clearing just on Baird, and it's almost they're slightly illuminated in this. And for you, Baird, the vision before you seems to clear. The trees part, they're less dense. You start to see a river winding through, and almost like it's almost like a road, but a big watery one. And the air almost cleans up as well, like the darkness of the canopy, the thickness of the atmosphere subsides, and you see the grass sort of shrink down into a soft, spongy texture that gives your step a spring rather than drag you down. And with that, you see its face begin to kind of almost turn, and you see its roots kind of pull out to the side as it sort of moves out of your way. And you see it kind of slightly nod as well towards you. And so much like the image here, we can kind of see it like leaning to one side, and the pathway is kind of clear for Baird. And then it looks towards the others and requests the next approach.
Okay.
I don't speak Sylvan, so I'm still just staring at like. What's going on?
Okay. Vaike, you move on. You go to the tree. Jack on your shoulder.
Jack. I'll send Jack
I
in.
will trepidatiously walk up to this tree.
And Jack will will translate.
Would be the translator.
Mhm.
Okay. And Vaike, I guess you've never really known you had any. Which one is older out of Ulric or you? Just a quick question.
So
Currently,
physically,
I
Ulric
think I'm
is older.
checking.
Ulric was like 12 in the carnival. I was like 10.
Okay.
So even with the year,
All right.
Ulric's older.
In that case, it turns to you, and you see it kind of stretch upwards, looks right over your head, almost in a kind of. It feels like almost like a parent looking down on a child. You see its branches kind of lean out, forming to that like almost like hands on hips. These woods have rules.
I'll have Jack whisper in your ear, or so they say.
Or so they say. I will say in Elvish.
In Elvish, okay. It nods and then actually responds in Elvish. Now that you've spoken that, their
Okay.
Elvish has kind of got a more ancient
This
twang to it now.
Is a
Does Garreth speak
mistake.
Elvish?
No, I do not.
This is great. This is great. Well, then you're on your own for this one. And it responds with a kind of very gravelly, kind of sharp tone. And if you break them,
What did he say?
Yeah, and it's in this old Elvish. But
Mhm.
almost you barely pick up on Vaike.
I'll respond. A price I will pay.
It seems to nod in a satisfied demeanor. And then it lowers its branches and shrinks back down into a less intimidating height. And you two feel the tufts of grass around your feet kind of loosen up. The manacles of the earth release you, and you see the parting beyond, where you see Baird not too far away at the bank of a river.
I will
Mhm.
I will take a bow and then I will walk off towards Bird.
Okay, Jack will hop off, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, so
Jeez.
that will
Um,
leave. It
I
looks
will
towards
move
the others.
for the third one.
Okay. You'll be the third. All right then, Garreth. You think you're getting the hang of this?
Mhm.
However,
Oh
you're
no.
twins, and
Yep.
that complicates things. The real question is,
Who's the older one?
who came out? Who popped out first?
That's Biana.
That makes you the oldest.
Who
Slightly.
popped first? No, if Hannah is the first one, then I'm the younger
Oh,
one,
then
right?
you're the younger. Okay, then in that case, it does ask. These woods have rules.
Oh, or so they say.
And if you break them,
A price I will pay.
it nods. And you too are allowed through.
Why does this guy care about you being an only child or not? I don't get it.
Well,
Um,
you probably don't have any idea, any
Mhm.
bearing on that. But it does seem like it's asked two different questions, and then the third one, it's asked the same. But Garreth, it does gesture you forward and beyond the tree line.
Yeah. Okay. Jack, you can help the other ones, right? Okay.
Yeah, I think I remember.
Notus! I can listen in. It's gonna be okay. So I'll move to where Vaike and Bird are, and I'll listen into what Jack hears.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as soon as you step past the threshold of this,
Mhm.
feels like the trees kind of close the gap once again, more or less encapsulating in this deafening copse. But
I just realized something.
has a
How
connection to you.
does
Yeah.
Jack's amulet work with my telepathy and stuff?
Your telepathy
He can
is
allow
not-
you to.
Yeah.
Okay.
It says he can stop someone if he wants, but he doesn't have to. So I think he's good. All right.
Okay.
Notus, do you step forward?
Yeah, and I'm just gonna look at Jack and be like, I don't speak tree.
That's all right. Don't worry.
does.
I got you. So he's been giving these questions. I'll whisper the counter phrase. I think I got it though. And notice you're an only child as well, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah. So it does say it creaks and groans and shifts in the earth. But Jack turns to you and says, "It said, is someone there?" Which means, well, you this one we had before. You gotta say, "There's only me."
There's only me.
And that its eyebrow kind of raises, and then it seems to rearrange its jaw slightly, and then it does say in common, "And who are you?"
Oh yeah, and this is where you say, "I guess
Oh
we'll
yeah,
see."
yeah. Sorry, yeah. I was trying to. You see, Jack kind of scratching because he's talking to the
Just
person without
poked his
eyes.
head like.
Oh yeah. Sorry, it's just you don't have eyes. Well, not does he, but this is auto confusing. Just say, "I guess you'll see."
I guess you'll see.
It tilts its head very angularly to the point where it's almost like hitting into another tree, which is kind of like backing away.
I'm
It
gonna just
squints
mimic
again.
it and do the same thing.
It too seems to be confused by the whole ordeal. But otherwise, it does seem to let you pass. And you see a root kind of lift up and guides you and gestures you through. And Jack hops off your shoulder.
Does
Mhm.
Mischief go with Notus, I presume?
Oh
Can I
yeah,
bring
that
my toad?
mischief. I assume. I always assume you're riding mischief.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, there is no bars against frogs in the forest. They seem to be
What about
natives. They've got.
Free to roam.
Is Goltic able to just go by?
Yeah.
Well, that if Gloltic heads over.
Oh, Galolton
actually,
is even more
well-
confusing than me.
Oh, he probably has like.
Gloltic says he's far too well mannered to go before Ulric. He says, "Please, after you."
Yeah, sure. I guess I'll
You
walk up.
speak Sylvan?
I do not.
Talk to
Okay,
him
well.
goblin.
What?
You could try Goblin. You
Yeah,
could try
I-
Goblin if you really want.
Sure.
Are you
why not?
sure?
I'll
Are you
talk-
sure?
Oh. As sure as Ulric can ever be, which isn't very.
Why not just do common? He just spoke common in front of you.
Yeah, everyone's
No,
speaking
it's-
fun. Everyone else is speaking fun languages. I only
Yeah,
ever
why
get to
not?
talk
I
in
guess.
Common. I'll talk in Goblin. I've never talked in Goblin. Spit it out.
All right. The tree looks towards you.
Mm-hmm.
It discerns you for a moment. And after a while, it finally comes out with a different phrase than what you've heard up till now.
Uh-oh.
And it
Excuse
says,
me, what?
What do you seek?
Hey, Jack. He didn't say those ones before.
There's,
What did
I
he
think there's
say?
only one. I think there's only one left. He said,
But you-
"What do you seek?"
I mean,
Garreth.
Ulric didn't know which ones have been said before.
I'm not paying attention to any of this.
Oh, right. Well, I'll
What
check
did he
in with
say?
the boss man. Yeah, he said, "What do you seek?" Got any clues, Garreth?
But not the
To walk.
to walk the trees.
Oh yeah, to walk the trees.
To walk the trees.
This expression, what his eyes kind of widen. If you're speaking in Goblin, and but it doesn't seem to have a negative response to them. It just perhaps was caught off guard that a Minotaur
Mhm.
speaks Goblin. And
I just was not expecting that.
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's like, oh, okay, well, fair enough.
Learn something every day.
But it stick, but it does stick to the script, and it seems to respond with a counter phrase, or rather, another phrase. It says,
Now, mind your manners.
What did he say?
mind your manners."
Wait, I didn't realize you could speak Goblin.
No,
Is the tree speaking goblin?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. What did you say, Ulric? I don't understand that.
He said, so mind your manners.
Oh,
Yeah. What did
to walk them, please.
Oh. Yeah, that. To walk them, please.
To walk them, please.
That's better. You may proceed.
In Goblin, it says, and it gives you a pat on the back with one of its roots as it goes.
Okay.
Jack can help everyone else through, which is good.
I'm worried for my Squire Cultic.
My boy.
This guy probably
Your
has
boy.
like 50 siblings. He's
Yep.
probably a tadpole.
does.
I really
It's it's either gonna be random or the last two.
How
Ones
far
with those
away are we? Are we within 30 feet?
At least within
Um,
100 feet.
It says here 17 miles. So,
Ah, shit!
Excuse me, what?
I'm joking. It does feel a little crowded outside, but inside it feels really claustrophobic. Though there is kind of this deafening wall of trees that seems to block. Thankfully, you do have Jack. It kind of translates and relays this information. As for Clapperclaw and Sir Talavar, it doesn't seem to pay them any notice. Sir Gloltic seems to like offer them going first, but the tree just sort of ushers them on. But they will wait with Sir Gloltic.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Seems they are already friends of the forest. So Gloltic, however, does have to step up. And I suppose
Yeah, you
There
know
are-
that
you
drill.
were told
You've been
there are-
hearing it.
yeah, you were told there are only 3 variants, of course. And for it seems as though there is a pattern, but out of game, in game you're kind of clueless. But for Sir Gloltic, it seems as though he is given the full scrutiny, every phrase and counter phrase the whole way down.
For now, it is there's only single children, there's twins, and there is people with siblings.
Mm-hmm.
And he's
And
probably all three of those
that is
things.
the only variations we know.
It's true. The thing is, Frogspawn are kind of born in a different way. They kind of,
They're
I
all
imagine
twins.
Bullywugs, exactly. They're kind of all born at the same time. They're all kind of fertilized right there and then. So he's both like the oldest, youngest, and middle child.
Probably
And so
has a
he's
twin or
kind of
two.
given the full. Yeah, exactly, right. So he's given the full rundown, every single one, and you're sort of waiting there, trepidatiously, like, is he gonna make it? Like, can't even see through the thick foliage. But then, finally, after a long moment, you do start to see Gloltic arrive with
Thank
Sir
God.
Talavar, Clapperclaw, and Jack in tow.
Jack.
I'm gonna run up. I'm gonna hug him. Are you okay? Are you hurt? Did the tree do anything to you?
He really interrogated me there. Like, it felt like he had it out for me, but I'm good. Yeah.
How
I
many
think
siblings do you have?
He knows we're cheating. He knows we're cheating.
I think I got about 48.
Only
Oh my
48?
god!
Yeah.
That's like half the village.
Who's your favorite?
Well, my favorite, that would probably be my older sister Norlop.
Ah!
Norlop is your older sister?
Wait,
Yeah.
you're that old? Young?
Well, yeah. There's some age gaps between us, but like, that was a different. She was on a different batch.
I see.
I love.
Yeah.
I love this. I love this lore. We must protect Golden.
So now we can travel normally now?
Yeah, it does feel as though the trees no longer bar your way. It feels as though the air is now filled with this kind of earthy scent. You smell flowers as well. There's the fresh water trickling downstream. And overall, just the oppressive atmosphere is lifted completely, and you can see a twilight sky above you, and there's the soothing, calming sound of trickling water as well.
Can I walk up to a tree? Can I like put my ear on it again?
Yes, you can, and you feel the tree is letting you, like, now it leans back rather than like lean against you. It leans back, and so you're able to kind of like rest your weight against it. And you see a one branch kind of lean in and like holds you and steadies you,
Wow,
almost like a hug.
I'm being caressed by a tree. This is all I've ever needed.
And thither, trees hug you.
All right. Wow. This is a change of pace. You know, I take it back. I'm glad we're in this forest instead of this swamp.
Can I take out a piece of a ration, like a dried apple or something, and bury it near, like, the roots of one of the trees as like a fertilizer? Like just a little, like
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
And you got a bucket, so you can take out some fresh water and.
Yeah, I'll do that as a form of reciprocity.
Okay. All right then. Perfect. Yeah, you set up this little seed to grow. Perhaps mark your the day you entered, and it will remember the day it was planted. Probably tell. Wait, which is this? A golden acorn?
No. It was like a dried piece of apple. Like maybe there's a seed in there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It's.
Yeah. All right.
I was not planting the golden acorn. My God.
No worries.
we already did that part.
Cool. Okay. Well, guys, you've got the lay of the land. You can start to navigate this hex scroll as you wish.
Can I try my notes?
It
again?
really feels your notes just playing a few into the air.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've tried to search it out. I'm seeing if there's anything here.
Okay. Yeah. As you let loose a musical little tune into the woods, there is perhaps another tune in the air as well that almost sings back. It's not an instrument. It sounds like a voice. Something quite high pitched. It sounded distant. But nonetheless, there was definitely a call and response for your music.
As a note, the notes sounded like this. Yep.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. And you almost hear what feels like lyrics to it.
What?
Who knows?
Where did that come
It
from?
could have been. It came from in the woods somewhere, deeper into the trees, into the tree line, perhaps across river. In fact, yeah, it's like sounds like it's on the other side of the river.
Is it down the river?
Is the river?
Yeah, down the
flow?
river.
Like, is this like a heavy flow? Is this
by the river?
Yeah, at the waterfall, it does feel like a little bit, and then it seems to get calmer further down. And yeah, I guess it is a bit wide, this river. Crossing it may be difficult.
We have a raft.
We still have a raft.
Ah.
How wide
Portable
is the
hole.
river?
It looks incredibly wide. It looks like it's going to take quite a while to swim it.
Is it more than
I
30
want to say
feet?
distance.
Oh, never mind.
Oh,
I can
Chris,
see.
did I lose my swim speed now that I'm only like slightly green?
Oh yeah. No, technically you're still kind of cursed. But I will
Oh,
say
cool.
that getting further and further away, it seems as though like entering into this land has almost completely got rid of that hue from your skin.
Can I pick up a rock with my non-Snicker snack hand?
It does start to slip out of your hand, but it's not instant. It's not like just suddenly like jumps out, but it feels about as bad as what it was when you were perhaps in the material plane.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? But yeah, no, it does look like Vake's complexion is back to normal again.
Ooh.
No more big swollen eyes, no long tongue, no warts anymore.
I'm handsome again.
He's ugly now.
Finally.
And I guess
Yeah.
What?
while we're taking stock of everyone's condition,
Yeah. How are my gums?
your
I
gums are.
entirely forgotten about it.
This seems to only flare up when you're near mushrooms.
Okay.
And right now that they're okay. But what I will say is, Vaike, as you're like exclaiming, like looking over your hands, saying your skin looks like a lot clearer, he can't help but notice someone else's skin is not so normal looking. And that would be Garreth's.
What's wrong with Garreth?
It looks kind of muddy, kind of like a little bit dry, like he hasn't bathed in a while. Maybe like there's bits of moss
Crusty.
clinging to his face. Yeah, I don't know. It just looks a little dry. It's all. It doesn't look like out of place necessarily. It just looks like maybe he just needs to clean a bit off his face.
With him being our sweets boy,
Oh,
perhaps
Garreth,
he's getting a little moldy.
come here, Garreth.
Is he getting
No,
moldy?
no,
That's
I'll take a little cloth and I'll wipe his face. You're covered in
what?
Yeah. As you wipe it away, you do smell the sweet gingerbread for sure. There is a hint of it, and as you look at what I said was moss, it actually kind of feels more like powdery as you wipe it off.
Does it go away?
It does.
Look, and I'll show him the
Mhm.
like moss on this random piece of cloth I took out of my pocket. Your face is covered in this stuff.
Is that moss? Is
I
that
don't know.
moss?
I'm not gonna taste it. Last time I ate something, I almost died.
What? Can I
And it
roll a
was what
nature?
Gareth gave him as well.
Mm-hmm.
You can, yeah. Doesn't
It-
look
because-
like natural though. It doesn't look like a plant after all. Just looks like a colored powder, like someone would dust something in something.
Is it like
It's
dust,
kinda like,
weed? Is
red.
it mold?
No, it doesn't look like mold.
Okay.
It's actually kind of more sweet and dusty, and it
Powdered
kind of gets in your nose, and
Is
you
it
can
powdered
smell
sugar?
it. Yeah. There you go. It smells sweet.
Oh. Oh, so it's leftovers from my stuff.
All right, come here, Gareth. Let me
Yeah,
clean you up, and
probably what it was.
I'll wipe them
Mhm.
down with the cloth. I'll get all the powdered
No,
sugar off.
no,
of it.
no, no,
It's that
no.
one is literally turning into a gingerbread man.
Oh no!
Nope, Gareth, come here. You're unpresentable.
No.
Sounds
You're
like
making us
his
look
grandpa.
I'll press a digit, Gareth.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna press digit
Yes.
as well.
Okay. Yeah, you just clean yourself up a little bit.
See,
Mhm.
Maybe
this
you
is
just came in on a rough landing with the balloon. That was all.
This is the problem with magic, you know. Takes out all the hard work. You know, can't just help your friend anymore. They gotta have magic.
I mean, Jack's
It saves
pretty covered in
time.
mud. You could always clean him if you really wanted.
That's true. Come here, Jack. No.
Yeah.
I'll start wiping down all
No.
the goop on him.
No, I like to be sticky like this.
Oh, do we have the shard from Bad Lorna? Do we have that?
Yeah. We put it in the hole.
No,
I mean,
I got
it
it on
accidentally
me.
fell in the hole.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
Garreth.
and then I
Oh,
picked it
did
up
it?
from the hole. But
Yeah.
if you don't mind, you
Okay.
can hold on to it.
Yeah, here. And then Jack, give me a little bit of sticky oil. I will I'll put it on the back of the little glass shard and I'll stick it on Jack's forehead.
No.
No.
Hey, what the hell? What was? I got a third eye.
It's
Yep.
been blind as eye. You can't see anything.
Yep. Hey, hold on to that for her, okay? Don't let it go anywhere.
I ain't going anywhere, Vaike.
You sound like
You
wanna
won't be
fight.
going anywhere soon.
Like, I like to see you try, little man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good at fighting.
What does the eye? Is the eye still in the
I have
middle?
an axe now.
You have an axe?
He pulls out an axe.
Whoa! From where?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
that's my
let's
axe,
go.
right?
Yeah, it
Oh
is.
my god!
Yeah.
He pulls out Thompson.
Oh my god!
Hey, you want to throw down? Huh?
No, I didn't. No, dude, you're like 1 foot tall. And you just pulled out like 3 foot tall axe from nowhere.
He's bigger on the inside, didn't you know?
You win
It's a
this
hand
day.
axe. Yeah,
You win this day.
but he does have to hold it in 2 hands, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, how does he lift
I just
that
saw it on
with
his-
his little tiny arms?
Yeah.
He's got strength.
He's got strength. He's stronger than I'm smart.
That's us saying.
Not saying a lot.
And
Oh,
Baird will just solemnly go, and Garreth is the smartest one here.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, so what are we doing?
Oh,
We're going across the river.
actually, yeah. You can go across the river. I was just gonna say, now we have Clavicle.
Hello.
There was a magical golden trinket that you get to pick. I'll put it in the chat. Wait, was it in notes?
It's not. Was it?
No,
Yeah,
wasn't
it
in
is.
notes, it was in the chat, wasn't it?
It is in notes. There is.
It
It
was-
says Nib's treasures,
Oh, let me
Oh,
read
yeah,
and
it.
there.
you've got.
A
So
knife
they
for it?
they've given you a selection of 8 different
Good.
items: an eye to keep your secrets, an eye to keep your guard, a stitch for deeper pockets, a stitch for pockets barred, a thread to fend off harm, a thread if you intend it, a weave to mute your tread, a weave to help extend it. And this old wizard guy gave you an option to pick one of these, and he would craft you a golden magical item.
Mhm.
But have a little think about that.
Okay.
And
The
when
stitch
you
for
get-
deeper pockets and the stitch for pockets barred were gloves, I recall.
yeah, a stitch for pockets barred with gloves. Yeah.
Oh, that's the one.
Do.
We've had a shield, a weapon. You know, we've had
Cool. I'll have
a
little
few
think.
things.
Let
Yeah.
me just
All right.
decide.
No worries.
That's alright.
Or
Now,
if you're feeling fancy, you just can request something else.
Of course, a child. I don't know if they'll be fancy.
Hmm.
all right. So you wish to cross
have a
the
little-
river? Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I'll just put that there so you can have a think.
Mhm.
So crossing the river, then you guys just pulling out the raft, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, I'll go across you.
Alrighty.
He can have a spin.
Oh, hold on. Are we sure we want to be just jumping into strange bodies of water? Remember the last body of water we came in contact with?
That's
There was-
fair.
There was a giant bandersnatch in it. So
Maybe we should look around. Maybe there's a bridge or something.
The Bandersnatch?
Oh, Clapperclaw's in.
Oh yeah, mismatch.
Oh,
Mismatch.
Clavicle dump. You hear a splash,
No!
and
I'll
very
jump in after
just
Clavicle.
immediately. I guess straight after that, you also
Mhm.
see them bob back up to the top.
Oh, okay.
They're a scarecrow, so they're gonna float. Yeah, thankfully.
Okay.
Starts going downstream.
They do. Yeah.
I can't
No,
swim.
I'm gonna shoot a vine now and I'll grab Clapperclaw out of there.
Is Clapperclaw within reach?
I will also.
There's a good 30-foot reach on it. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, on yeah.
I would read. Also, the water would just slowly push Clapperclaw a little bit towards the shore as well. As Baird reaches
Yeah.
out.
Perfect. Yeah, you see the slight,
yeah.
the water ever so slightly turns from going downriver to kind of pulling towards you, almost like there's a riptide pulling back. In any case, it does seem like Claviculaura can be fished back out.
Yeah,
How
I'll
far
hold
is
it.
the fall?
The fall?
The
Oh, you're
jump?
not.
Or are we on shore?
We're on shore.
Oh, yeah. There's just a short bank. Yeah, it's not a big jump.
Oh, okay.
I'll hold Clapperclaw
so
by like one leg and hang him upside down. Be like, don't just jump into random bodies of water. Flashback to when
Okay.
I jumped into a random body of water.
I
and
say, you
almost died.
talk.
Yeah, well, I learned from my mistakes, okay? And I don't want to see Clapperclaw make the same ones as I have.
Found a very strong heart.
He learns.
What part of
Don't jump into
random
water.
is this random? This water has been here for some time now.
Oh, so you went to school with this water, Garreth. You grew up with it. You know this water.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like it's been here for a long time.
Baird will look up and go, "This doesn't look like."
Wait, no, it's too straight.
So you don't know this water.
Okay.
Can I investigate the water if you this?
Can I put a finger
Yes,
in the
you
water?
Does
can.
it seem like regular water? Like,
Yeah, give an investigation check or a perception check, either way. Last time you did see water, there was some strange visions.
Could
flowing
I
through it.
give assistance with my remarks?
I don't think
Natural
Notus means
20.
it.
Never mind.
Nope, you're good. And you look into the water, it is beautifully crystal clear almost. In fact, as you look at it, it just all the muck from when Clapperclaw jumped in just sort of has already dissipated. And you can almost see to the bottom there is tiny little fish that swims by. There is no parasites or anything like that. It looks like very fresh, clean water. In fact, it's almost as if this world and land isn't corrupted at all. It's almost like a snapshot of a better time. And it does almost feel inviting. It feels fresh and cool. It doesn't feel like you're going to be dragged away rapidly. It's just that calm, kind of lazy river speed, you know.
hmm if I stick my hand in it, nothing happens. Just to
Stick your hand in it. No, it feels cool and calm to the touch. You can see some.
scoop out a mouthful and have a drink.
little-
See if that's.
It tastes refreshing,
Guys, it's cool.
and
Fine.
yeah,
I'll give it
Can I
6
be put
seconds.
down
Is
now?
Notus turning into a different color? See the same color of blue?
she is not. No, she is just fine. Yeah, she's just fine. No changes.
Yeah,
Does
he's
Notus'
still the
hair
same
get
hue
a
of
little
blue.
cloudy from the extra water in their system?
And I'll say, as you say, the water is fine. You start to see a few little fireflies of multi-colors flit around Notus.
Uh-oh.
I trust that. I'm
And
gonna
they don't.
finish.
Yeah, it's not like they appear out of nowhere either. You see them kind of flutter out of the forest, and they seem to surround Notus,
Yeah, I trust
lighting
that.
your way in the dim light. It's almost as like they're repaying the compliment.
Oh, I see. Okay. Last one on the other
I
side
jumped
is
in the water.
yeah. Last one on the other side's rock egg, and then we start swimming across.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, don't jump in random bodies of water,
It's not random.
Geronimo.
We know this water now.
We know it now.
Random.
I'll keep the raft near everyone so that as they
I'm
need to
so
rest, they can go
confused.
across me.
Swim, Clapperclaw, swim!
You can do
Yeah,
it.
you can't
Everything
use-
I just said.
I can only
You can only float.
Just like,
I'll shoot a vine back and I'll vine Clapperclaw so that way they're like following me. Like a tube on
Yeah.
attached to a boat.
Like we're tubing.
Oh yeah.
We're tubing with our raft.
Yep.
I mean, you got quite good swim speed. If you action surge and dashed like 3 times, you could make like Clapperclaw water ski.
Yeah. The guy I gotta be is Goltic because he's a fish, a frog.
That's true.
You know, I will
Very
start
true.
singing. I'll start singing a song from that. I don't know. It was some bard in town, and I'll sing "Down by the River." I'll definitely is my definitely a song I've heard.
Oh wait,
By
I've got
the
something.
river.
Where is it?
You probably
There.
did.
That-
Boards.
That or it's time for Bayou music.
There it is. Perfect.
That or it's
Well,
time for
In that case,
or knee slapping banjo-esque tunes.
Yeah, does Bird not have a banjo on him? I thought he was from.
No, I
like, the
have a lute.
countryside.
It's not too hard to make a lute sound like a banjo, though.
Mm-hmm. The lute doesn't
Perfect.
like it though.
All he has to do is
in which
turn
case
a mess.
then-
He has to just turn a mess kit inside out and under his strings.
The music is again seemingly called back to with this other cheerful tune in the distance. And out of everyone, I think Garreth smells it first. There is someone cooking.
Well, Ulric. Oh, come on,
What you
Ulric got to
cooking?
smell it at the same time. Ulric's got to
Uh,
smell it too.
Then Ulric. Then Ulric. He's got his nose blocked up with the water, maybe. But you're all kind of like bobbing down river, and you see a log that's collapsed across the river, and there seems to be actually a pathway, like some people have trod through here, a trail, and it is the sound of that music or that singing voice is close by now,
Oh,
and
that way.
you can smell like spices. You can smell like some sort of dairy product. It smells like butter.
Butter?
Who made it across
Mhm.
first?
Looks like mischief.
Oh,
Oh
bunch
no.
of spices and dairy. Someone's making some pumpkin spice lattes.
Mm.
who was this? Who was the slowest? Who was the slowest? Who was the rotten egg?
Should we
Who's
all
the
roll-
slowest?
Can we all roll a check? Because I was just manning the
You
boat.
can, I guess.
Come on, athletics.
Athletics. Let's go.
Athletics, yeah, go ahead. Oh, I forgot you were doing a
athletics?
race this whole time.
Woo!
Yeah. It would be athletics, yeah. So Talavar's like, I thought we were on a quest to save an archfey, but I'd rather fly if I were myself. He just flies across.
Don't you think Zypona would like it if we had a little fun along the way? That's what I'd like to think.
Not like we can
Wait,
be.
Roll the
any
persuasion
faster.
check.
Persuade. Come on.
I'll assist with that.
Oh.
Oh, you what do you say?
Yeah. Baird will say, the only kind of business that a fae should care about is a little bit of funny business.
Okay, you can roll advantage.
Come on.
Re-roll that.
Come on, Telvar.
There it is.
Come on, get in the water.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So as soon as he's hearing you speak, like absolutely. Wait, good point. All right, I'm not against a little bit of tomfoolery from time to time.
Yeah.
Does he do a little doggy paddle?
I'll take off my boots first, however. And yes, he does. And he does dive in. And when he comes back out of the water, you see his mustache is kind of drooped back down on his...
Oh,
like,
fuck, where's Sugar Rush? Oh, there it is. Oh, it's only 30
Here he
feet.
is. Don't worry, adage won't rust. It's a magical sword. And yeah, you see Gloltic's enjoying this as well. He's like, as much as I love the air balloon, I think this is definitely my element. No offense, Notus.
None taken.
So did I win?
And I guess I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Although I didn't roll. Did we roll mischief?
No.
No, because I thought that would be unfair.
Roll
I'll
for
race this
mischief.
frog.
Giant toad.
I'll race him.
He's gonna race him anyway.
Oh, 26.
I knew it.
Why is mischief at advantage?
Getting close. Because
Is it because of their size?
Yeah, he just
Let me-
uses his own
Mm.
momentum to swim down. But the river does suddenly get really like small and tightens up, and then the log there, and that's what he kind of bumps into right at the end.
Oh,
And then everyone else,
Gloltic.
I'm like, Gloltic, he's his element. He told him. Gloltic's first, it seems. And
Yeah.
hops up on top of the
I got
log. Like,
26. What? I beat that guy.
oh,
What do you
did you? Oh yeah, it got lost
it
up
was
there.
a 26.
Damn. All
Why
right.
is it plus 8?
Because I'm,
Oh,
I'm
perfect.
him.
I'm him.
Mm-hmm.
Vaike makes it first. You hop up onto the log. This seems like a definitive finish line
Mm-hmm.
as Mischief and Gloltic land. He hops up, and then Mischief can't make the jump and doesn't really bother jumping and just bumps into the log, and the three of you on it just sort of tip over, and it rolls and splashes, and then everyone else bumps into Mischief, and there's this big pile up in the river. Mischief's just become a dam.
Very good.
All right.
Hmm.
I'll use mischief as a way to get out onto the log, and I'll pat him on the head as I do.
And there you go, you've crossed the river technically. The singing is so close now, such that you can actually make out exactly what it is.
Oh my god, is that a
And-
mushroom?
Oh god, I'm gonna go run
no!
over
Who's
Oh, no.
Oh.
Here we
You cannot
Here
eat
we
the
go.
people.
I am going to place a thorny hand on Gareth's shoulder to say, control yourself.
I will keep playing my tune as I approach.
Nope.
As he's throwing away, I'm gonna grab him.
You
You
know
got
that
one
that's-
person
that's-
you're
that's
keeping a hold
futile.
of.
That's futile. It's
If you
futile.
keep a hold of Garreth, but you can see Ulric is making a break for
Man,
it.
person.
Too many of you! You damn
There's too many.
freaks!
Even
I'm gonna
Mischief is licking their lips.
Mhm.
The person.
I'm gonna
Too
I'm
clever.
gonna go up to this mushroom and be like, "Hey, how are you?"
Like,
What you
all right, so
cooking?
let me.
Yeah, what you got cooking?
So this is what you hear. This is clearly, it hasn't started yet. I'm gonna say this is what you hear as you're approaching. You hear its song, and it has been this song the whole way down river. And apologies in advance. It goes merrily. Butter, butter, smooth as silk, made fresh today from cow's milk. I squirm, I squeal, as if in sin, as I rub it on my skin. Oh, butter, butter, on my flesh, never could I feel so fresh. And then it sees you approach, Ulric, and says, oh goodness, it startled me there.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
And you
I
see
didn't
this.
mean
What you see is a little campfire in the forest. There's a cauldron of bubbles, and you see it's coming to boiling point over the flames. And there's a frying
Mhm.
pan that holds melted butter resting on a nearby rock. And this small little strange mushroom creature with a happy face sings merrily as it dips its cap into the butter and spreads it round and round.
Oh.
Why?
Oh.
There he is.
Why are you buttering yourself? What's the...
You need some help?
Oh dear
No,
Lord.
no,
Yeah.
stop. Stop.
We can help you out.
Well, it's good for the skin.
Where did you learn that?
I agree.
I was told it's good to have a nice hot bath before dinner.
Who told you
Yep, that's true.
I got a sneaking suspicion. Someone wants to do something.
What's for dinner?
Who told you this?
Oh, my friend. His name is Crower. He starts to look around towards the tree line, but I'm sure he'll be back. He's just getting some firewood.
And does he happen to have like a big flat piece of metal that he carries with him all the time, or like looks like a shield, but it's actually like a pot?
Yes, this frying pan.
Mm.
I mean, a bathtub. He said it was a bathtub.
Wait a minute.
Chris, I'm just gonna let it be known I'm holding my action to pull back Garreth with myself and Ulric with Vaike too. At any given point.
Okay. Yeah, he's like salivating, I'm sure. There's a nearby axe as well on a stool. Garreth, you are also struggling to fight back temptation because the bleeding gum disease is kicking in. Makes you want to eat mushrooms.
There's more over there that are less
how
sentient.
long have you known Croa?
Yes, that's true. Croa? Well, we've been acquaintances for a little while. Not too long. Very polite.
Okay.
Yes. I think they're from maybe Terrace Town?
Oh.
Hey, what do you taste like?
Wait a minute.
If I were to just ask hypothetically, what would you taste like if someone
That was a terrible
curious.
setup line.
They kind of giggle. They're like, "Oh, well, I would taste like happiness and joy. What would you taste like?"
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Uncooked butter.
You know, between the three of us, we make quite a third course dinner.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Wait, we got frog legs.
Yes,
pumpkin
you don't
pie,
get the dinner. Oh.
We got steak, we got chicken, we got candy. We got the whole thing.
we are
I
just
feel bad. I feel bad for this guy, and honestly, it's too sickly sweet for me. He Jack backs away. Ugh.
He's
Jack,
not as sweet as me. Also,
Jack,
I
need you to come
nice.
over here and help me hold back Garreth.
Way too happy.
Get some oil ready for Garreth.
I'm gonna be nice.
You can get.
Hey, buddy,
Gets
can
ready
I
with
ask
the
you
sticky
a
oil for
question?
Ulric.
The
Of course.
campfire turns out.
Are you full
Oh,
of
you're putting it out.
magical? Are you full of magical properties?
I don't. Ulrich, the bear is going to like hit you on the arm the way Vaike does.
Or rather, I'm gonna dim the campfire, not turning it out, because we still need lights, or some people need lights.
Yeah. Well,
In the
everything's
meantime,
tinged
can
with
I
a little
source
bit of
these
magic.
guys to a mushroom before they eat this guy?
Sauce it?
What?
I'm gonna find mushrooms around.
No,
Oh,
not
right, to
sauce
replace
the
it.
actual mushroom, but
Oh,
Sauce.
that's what I got confused.
Not that kind of sauce.
Okay.
I'm gonna find some wild mushrooms to try and placate these guys to eat this thing.
Yeah. You see why it's important to clarify. I thought you were just adding your own sauce
Yes.
to it. Like, okay, cool. Yeah, you can give me a give me a nature check,
the
and let's
bun
see
is
what you
not
find out
enough.
here.
We need peppercorn sauce.
I can give you.
There does seem to be a few little mushrooms and those fireflies from earlier that seem to flutter around you after you gave the river a nice compliment seem to be leading you towards them as well. And they flutter around another patch down here, across the river again, but mischief
That's
could
fine.
make
I
it.
just want to find it as possible.
Yeah, you find them as quick as possible. All right, so you hop all over there, start harvesting these mushrooms, and
Oh wait, there are no mushrooms
the
here.
little. There are a couple, but the ones that look the tastiest and most edible, perhaps. The mushroom does turn to you, Baird, notices your instrument, and will say, "Oh, was it you who I heard playing that delightful tune?"
Yes, I'm looking for the rest of it.
Oh, I'm sure it's around here somewhere.
Is
One
it?
would hope.
How does it go? Almost heaven, Western Prismere, Moongrave's mountains, Heather's muddy rivers.
Oh, you know that one.
Be in my head. Thank you.
Keeps my
Just keep singing.
spirits
Just
up.
keep singing.
You mind if we stick
singing,
around for dinner?
singing.
Oh, I'm sure Croa won't mind.
Wonderful. We'll make sure that we keep our hands to ourselves, and I'll shoot eyes at Garreth and Ulric.
And Ulric.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I don't need to use my hands for anything.
So, how long have you been a sentient mushroom?
Yo, all Campestri are born like this.
Well, there's
Oh,
more.
there's more.
Oh, yes. We make up the fairy rings around Prismere.
Ah!
Oh!
What's a fairy ring?
Ulric, we know what that is.
We've been told this before.
What? When?
The
When
carnival.
we learned how to use them.
Not ringing a bell.
Wait,
remember
you're
when you
making the
were-
rings?
We were playing hide and seek with the pixies.
Oh, and I won. Okay, I'll remember that.
Yeah, because you pretend to be a dying old man.
Now I could do it again.
I hope so. Keep you occupied. You monster.
What? I didn't even eat him. I didn't even do anything yet. I'm weighing my options.
Yeah, what? What is it that Ulric does to resist the urge? Do they bite their nails? What do they do? Like, how do they resist?
He's getting a lot of mixed smells. There's this guy, but then he kind of saw Garreth go over there. Gareth's his like partner in crime, I guess, when it comes to eating mushrooms. He sees he's doing stuff over there. And it's like, okay, there's that stuff there. I don't know. He said he's magical, but there's a bit of magic in everything. That kind of doesn't help too much. I need some real strong stuff. So I'll Notus go back there. Just weighing his options. Like, is this even worth it? It's kind of wrong. He's kind of alive, but also it's kind of a mushroom.
I'll hand you a piece of a piece of like sausage from my ration.
That'll last a good 10 seconds, but it's not.
Wait, that's 4 seconds more than I expected.
It ain't no magical talking mushroom,
Yeah,
that's for sure.
it ain't no mushroom, that's for sure.
Ulric, do you think
So,
your mom would want you to eat this guy? Come on.
Ooh, no.
What is your eerie token that you put on me, by the way? Garreth, which one? What is the eerie token in particular that you put on me?
It's one of my what's the word? Tooth. The one from the sweet tooth. Yeah, sure. All my teeth are sweets.
Okay.
No,
Hard candy.
it's one of the.
Who would put a human tooth in my bag?
That's Garreth.
Oh,
I'll
He's
pretend I
not
didn't hear
human,
that.
don't forget. Yeah,
well, what happened if
human.
Ulric ate this? Do you want the human tooth, Ulric?
That's interesting, but I don't know. And then I'll eat it.
You ate his what? You eat the
What?
you eat the tooth.
Yeah, I'll eat the tooth.
That is so. It makes me like shudder and.
Yeah.
Oh god. Well,
Yeah.
it crunches like a piece of hard candy, but it's
Yeah.
actually more brittle than you expect it to be.
Mhm.
Almost like
Yeah.
after years of tooth decay, too much
Yeah.
sugar has made this thing just turn to dust.
It breaks like a piece of peppermint.
Garrett's got some funky teeth.
And while Ulric is chewing on it, I'll probably hear some static in my ear.
Yeah, you will.
That
Oh, it's the most
reception.
awful sound.
The tinnitus.
Ah! What happened?
It's like ASMR, but the mic is like peaking, like
Yeah.
blowing out.
I'm not supposed to hear from that thing.
He's gonna do the
Crunch,
slime.
crunch, crunch goes the tooth.
Does that interact with Ulric's weird eating magic?
I think this just pains Garreth. That's all. It does destroy it. That's for sure. But I'm not going to make him roll a con save for that because it does feel edible, Ulric. Unlike everything else up till now,
Scream
it's more edible.
internally and give Ulric the same headache.
Oh god, yeah.
Does
It's
he
like
just have,
popping
like-
candy.
Does he?
It's broken into so many pieces, and you hear like a chorus of little tiny Garreth screams.
Oh my god!
Does he just have like a permanent like eerie token from Garreth?
No.
Ah.
No, when the air token gets destroyed, the magic is lost.
But it's not.
And I need to
destroyed.
wait for a new one.
It's been reabsorbed and metabolized by Ulric.
It has. And it does
I-
feel like it's dissolving, like sugary.
Mm,
So yeah,
What?
this was edible for once.
This was edible.
that was
for what?
oddly disappointing, but very yummy.
Hey, Ulric, you want a knuckle sandwich?
No, I eat those a lot.
I know.
All right, little mushroom god. You're all right.
Oh, well, you're all right too.
So you said
Maybe
that you were from like a
out of a fairy ring.
Yeah, where's that fairy ring at?
Oh, they're here and there. They're everywhere.
They're
Mine
here,
must have
they're
got a
there,
little bit
they're
separated.
everywhere.
Do you want to go back to your fairy ring?
Perhaps after dinner. Yes, I might.
Oh, yeah, we can help you find
Yeah,
your
we
fairy
can-
ring.
We can stay for that.
Yeah, we'll stay for
Why
dinner.
don't you come over here? We'll sing some songs while we wait. Stop rubbing that butter.
Oh, delightful. What? But no, just a little dab more. There we go.
Here,
Butter, butter.
Notus. you
And
came
at
back
this
with
point, notice you
Someone
come
tell
back
you that
with the
too much
mushroom.
butter will make you fat.
Here, Garreth, Ulric.
Butter?
come
Wait, butter makes you fat?
here. It does.
Oh. At this point, notice you've got a big handful of mushrooms, like a good collection of them. That they seem edible.
Are they
But you
alive?
can roll me a
I mean-
D100.
All mushrooms are edible, except some are only edible once.
If alive or not. 15. Oh man. Okay. And Ulric's already getting excited about this. 100.
I'm maybe
Where's my
going to take
D100 mushrooms?
Ulric and Garreth to one side away from the mushroom, so it's not
Yeah,
like...
yeah. I'll distract Campari. I'll like take Campari
Yeah,
to
you
this little.
distract him.
Well, hold on. We got a perfectly good
Ooh.
frying pan and a campfire here. Why don't we cook those up?
Because the campfire
Because
is
the
dim.
mushroom that's standing by the fire.
He doesn't mind.
that we're gonna.
What if
cook
cooking
some
them up
bread in.
like ruins them?
So Notus has got this plain brown mushroom. It's about 6 centimeters high, and is distinguished by the large white dots on its gills and stem.
Mm.
And you found it by the base of a very tall tree, Notus. But yeah,
Let's
it looks
cook-
like a nice
They're
quick
like-
supper.
The traditional mushrooms, or are those the ones that are growing on the tree? The
Underneath the
vegetables?
big old tree.
So they're grown from the ground up.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Fuck, I
So yeah, you
recognized
can
them, but I
start
forgot.
cooking them up.
Yeah,
And I think at this point, you start to hear the trees kind of rustling, and you start to see a goblin heading back with a big old bundle of firewood. And he does appear to be wearing some leathers and a skinned bullywug hat.
Mm.
Mm,
What?
mm.
Oh, I was gonna say I love his little hat, but
And he seems to be also singing a similar tune. Butter, butter, smooth as silk, made fresh. Wait, who the heck are you guys?
Who the hell are you?
We are invited to join you for dinner.
Yes, they're travelers, and friendly ones at that. This one
Hospitality.
knows how to sing.
Mhm.
I wasn't expecting guests. I guess I'll need some more firewood. I guess.
How mushroom eating is does he look?
He's wearing a damn
He-
skin bullywug on his head.
Yeah, Glotix like comfortably shifts and
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll
gives
have,
a look to the rest of the pie.
I'll have Vaike 2 put a hand on Goltic's shoulder.
Hmm. Well, is that gingerbread I smell?
What is
Oh.
it? No, it can't be. Fruitcraft, fruitcraft,
Oh.
fruitcraft, fruitcraft.
You guys
Lavender,
smell great.
lavender, lavender,
Well,
lavender.
Take a seat. Take a seat. We'll cook you something right up.
When he says take a seat, I'm gonna pick the log up that he's sitting on.
You know that trick too, huh? Well, I'll take this one instead then.
Then I'll drop
He
it.
sits down on another.
I will pick up Campari and say, a footstool. Or a seat.
Oh, I get it.
And I will sort of like lean away from the goblin as I like narrow my eyes at him.
So, Proa,
Yeah.
that's an interesting hat you got on there. How did you come across it?
Oh, well, you gotta make use of what you find around here, you know. Survival is my forte. Living here in the woods,
Mhm.
it can get pretty dangerous,
Oh,
especially
I
at
always
twilight.
thought you were gonna say survival is key.
So where'd you get the hat?
Like I said, you make use of everything you find.
So
And
where'd
I
you
found this.
Where'd you find it?
Well, sometimes things get lost when they come over the border. And then the trees smash them into the ground. Or strangle them to death. And before their bodies become fertilizer, I come in and try to snatch up whatever I can, you know. Supplies.
Do I believe
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
He just.
Do I
You can roll an
believe that?
insight check.
I don't believe this guy. I believe this guy.
You believe him.
I believe him.
He does have he's got a bone tooth necklace. He's got a lot of his tools are made from like scrimshaw. He's got like flint axes. He does look like he lives off the land. Quite resourceful fella. Bed, as far as you're aware, he's just a goblin. You've seen those bullywugs in a fight. You reckon he probably would. He might lose to a bullywug. You're not sure, especially Sir Gloltic. He would take him out. But
Does he just come off as a grave robber? Is this kind of a corpse?
yeah, he's
a
more
corpse?
of a. Yeah, he's more of just a scavenger.
Okay. And
Yeah.
Baird will say, calmly go, so you invited Campari here for dinner. You don't mean that
That's right.
for dinner.
Well, unless anything could happen in the Feywild, right? It's a plane of chaos and wonder.
It is interesting that you told him to spread butter on himself. Is that something you do?
Yeah, show us your butter.
Hmm.
Butter yourself up. Come on.
What?
It's nice and ready. Butter yourself up. Come on.
No, I'm good.
Come on.
I already had bought a butter bath this morning.
Just let me butter you up right here.
Okay, Bird.
Hey!
What's up?
Ah!
Are you sure? You don't smell buttery.
You get like a
Your
little
skin
bit
is
of
too
it on
dry.
his nose. Oh no. I see what's happened here. This is all a big misunderstanding, you know. You think I was gonna eat him. God, no.
What?
I would never.
No.
No.
Who'd ever suggest something like that?
Yeah, who would do
Pastries are
that?
like... Yeah, that thing would make me hiccup for days. Like, no.
Should I roll a new insight?
Yeah.
Yeah, can I roll an insight on that? I don't believe this guy.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, he definitely had the intent to eat them, you can tell. And now they're like, ah. And as they're saying this, their stomach is what gives them away. You hear a grumbling from their stomach that
Vaike
doesn't seem to
to
agree with them.
appear behind them, just in case.
I will walk over.
Oh.
Do we have some flour?
Hmm.
You would be the one with it.
So, what brings you to this part of the woods, huh? You travelers?
Yeah.
You don't
just-
look like you're from there.
We look for
Well,
lost things.
Yeah, we're just looking for some lost things, you know.
We have some errands to run.
Okay.
Notice you have the mushrooms. Can I have them, please?
Can I have fun?
No.
So you can have the mushroom.
Mischief tries to slap away your hand, protecting Notus's mushrooms.
That's why I
Mischief, it's
asked.
fine. Mischief, it's fine.
I was gonna cook them on the fire.
He seems to like them raw.
It's fine. I'll keep a couple for Mischief, and then I'll give the rest to me.
Okay, I will. No, Ulric,
Okay.
I'm gonna cook them first, and I'll start cooking the mushrooms. And then I like a mom with a wooden spoon, except for I have a vine that comes off my hand and slaps Garreth's hand and Ulric's hand when they try to reach into the pan and grab a mushroom.
Are you giving them a bath too?
Yep.
Jack, can you take it from the pan when he's not looking?
Baird
No.
will grab Campari and start dancing with him.
No! Around we go.
Jack, you do not want me to be your enemy. Leave the mushrooms in the pan.
Jack can just take the whole pan.
It's fine. I already ate this morning.
Was it more raw?
What the hell do you eat?
You see them their expression turns really sad looking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Had my fill this morning on the balloon.
Wow, we were
And
having a good
before.
time on the balloon.
Baird will say
You were
that-
having a good time on the
You
balloon.
guys. Yeah, you guys were. That storm cloud wasn't.
Oh,
that's
wait,
fair.
it was on the balloon that you ate, not in the keep.
No, that thing in the air. Tasted quite lonely.
Okay,
Well,
interesting.
Yeah. A lot of
Baird
pent
will,
up emotions.
Baird will
Mhm.
say as a turn of phrase, you know what they say. A hearty song between friends over a campfire can fill the belly better than anything you find in the woods.
I like that. Like Loltic says, huh. He starts jotting it down a little entry.
Whoa.
Uh,
He's got his own
okay.
list.
Baird will set
Mhm.
So,
Campari
so
down,
proud of him.
and Baird will try to play a song that will fill everyone with heartiness and joy.
Yeah, well, it doesn't fill my belly, so get the mushrooms ready.
That's why I'm
Uh,
cooking. Patience, man.
Not enough sauce, come on.
Oh, I'm saucing it, man.
He's trying to like backseat cook here.
Okay.
Well, I think after
I'm
a few minutes,
gonna
the mushrooms
kick
are ready.
Vaike away, and I'm gonna take over the cooking because he is definitely ruining the mushrooms.
What are you
I can do
talking
this-
about?
I've got proficiency. I know what I'm doing. I'm the
As long
chef.
as you can control yourself and you don't eat them. It's just a light sauteing butter. It's not hard to mess that up. Super easy to mess that up.
That is how you're messing it up. Just sauteing and buttering isn't enough. You need more flavor. You need more spice.
Oh, okay.
You need more love.
Okay.
There is no love in your cooking.
What? I'll get up, shed a single tear, but I love you guys, and I'll step back.
Okay, check. Time for business. Let's prep up
Cracks
a
his
meal.
knuckles.
I think I.
We
I
need
think
What do you add
more
to the-
pumpkin spice. I'm actually gonna cook.
Pumpkin spice mushroom soup. I think
Mhm.
that's a
Don't
weird
forget
one, but
don't forget one of the good ingredients. Good company.
Mm-hmm.
a little dash of love, good
Yep.
company, and yeah, you can give me that cooking utensils check, I guess. I'll say you have advantage because I think Vague definitely did most of the work to begin with. You're just adding more like finishing touches.
Yeah. I'm doing. I mean, most spices should be added at the end.
That's true.
It's playing role, right?
It's
Yeah,
wait,
it
it's-
should have no advantage.
Oh fuck! It has an intelligence modifier. What?
that
You can
that's probably new.
It
it
just
doesn't-
that just comes as basic, but you can add Dex if you want, or Charisma, either one.
And you said advantage because
I feel like you. I feel like
Fascinating.
adding your own spice is more
Mhm.
charisma based.
Mm-hmm.
It's an art. Yeah. Okay. So 16. It's good. It is. It probably wouldn't be as good as the Campestry was because they used up most of the butter, but
Mhm.
it's definitely a tasty meal that is above average and enjoyed by all. And Croa gobbles it down the fastest and was like, "Oh, that hit the spot. Oh yeah." Well,
I think we all let him eat the mushrooms first for sure. Like we.
oh yeah.
Oh no, Ulric and Garreth don't hold back for sure. I
Oh
do.
no,
Mhm.
yeah.
Well, this stuff was interesting. You feel a little bit lighter on your feet after eating this, which is odd because you'd expect to be heavier after eating a big
Mhm.
meal.
It's full of proteins.
And then he goes, "Wait, what mushrooms are those again? Now look at them. Should have asked this before I ate them, but I was so hungry."
What was it again?
And Notus, do you have any spare, or did Mischief eat them all?
What was it called again?
I kept a
You
couple
didn't give
for
him a name.
mischief.
No, you didn't give a name, but you gave a description, and it looks like a
Yeah.
bolus. But which one is the question?
No, it is. He looks over across and sees them and says, "No, those are Anguizi Aquila or Eagle's Claw. It's easier to say that. They're usually well, used by mages or others who kind of turn it into potions and stuff, but well, that explains why I'm feeling a little light.
Yep.
And you start to see him take flight
Oh,
for
good
just
fly?
a moment.
What?
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump
You
into
can
the air
fly.
like Superman.
Yeah, I guess that's
Whoosh, you launch yourself.
How long do these last? Question mark. Be careful.
Notus, get up here! As I'm flying around.
The previous mushrooms we've eaten were lasted like 24 hours.
But flight though.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Mhm.
definitely Icarus.
This
I'm
is
going to fly too close to the sun.
You see Vake's hovering around, and you hear the goblin say, "Yeah, tales of fireballs raining from the sky are often considered signs of a dragon, but in fact, it's actually these little curio brown mushrooms that might be to blame."
Are you suggesting that goblins are the top source of fireballs?
Well, no, goblin mages maybe, but
But yeah, I think we all eat a little bit of the mushroom.
I'm gonna go over.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna grab Notus's hand. I'm gonna fly off with. Come on, Notus.
Happy thoughts,
You
happy
fly up?
thoughts.
You don't object to flying. I mean,
of course. All right
Yeah.
then.
Oh,
You-
wait. We shouldn't get above the trees.
Fly up into the air.
Yeah, we'll stay below the tree line.
Don't go above the tree
Yeah.
line. Or do if you want to be found by the elemental.
Come on, Goltik.
All right. Yep, coming. He lets out a quick burp and then shoots up into the air with you guys. And as you're swooping around near the tree line, you do spot something off in the distance. There seems to be a few quadrupedal-like creatures with strange tails that split into these almost iridescent colors. There's like speckles of little lights on them that seem to reflect in the twilight, almost like little star freckles. And they seem to be gathering around near this mound of dirt. And one or two of them seem to be picking up sticks and then gently placing them on the nearby mound.
I will
And
put Campari in my hood, and before Baird takes any sort of flight, he takes a very deep breath and just goes,
Here we go again.
it'll be different this time, as he takes a step into the air for a moment.
you
Because this is
feel
the
your
first
feathers.
time in a long time.
Yes, you definitely feel your feathers ruffle into the air,
100.
and it 100 feet. You yeah. Well,
What?
didn't mean to click that, but it feels like every step you take is like 10 feet into the air. It doesn't take much for you to become one with the heights. So it's again kind of like something you feel like you've done before. Feels like natural, but nostalgic at the same time. And yeah, your wings catch the air immediately. Whoosh, you're up.
Who says chickens can't fly? Now, Ulric, get your behind up in the air.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go as high as everyone else.
Just up 5 feet, maybe.
Just like 5 feet off the ground. Just kind of. No,
Doggy
I'm not
paddling.
used. Yeah, it's like swimming.
Is Mischief
Mischief tries to catch you.
Is Mischief like swimming in
With
the
a-
air?
with-
Like
They try to catch Ulric to bring them back down onto the ground and use them as like a balloon, but Mischief end up seemingly lifting off the ground as Ulric takes flight. And yes, now they're kind of just floating around upside down, looking very confused.
that's her telling me. I was like, I can already fly.
It says, "Ah, yes. What a feeling it is you must savor some of that. Sure, flight is very useful, but oh wait, no. Looks like the bowl is completely empty. Well, trust you guys.
I just want to try doing some air stunts. How much fun with that?
I wouldn't try that on a full stomach.
Or do! It's gonna be
Hey.
fun!
All right, well
I'm
then
doing,
I'm
like,
getting underneath the
spins
tree.
and I'm diving and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Yep.
Whee. Yeah, well, it's a little shaky. I think you're used to like levitating steady. This is kind of like free form flight, and it feels like if you stop
Exactly.
flying, you'll basically fall. And so yeah, you have to kind of keep the momentum going, and then try and whiz through the tree lines, but without getting too lost. You do pull off some spins here and there.
I'm gonna attempt to one-up Notus and do the same thing. Should have stayed in my lane.
I
Mm.
think you
Flies
hit
into
a
a
branch.
tree.
Yeah,
Yeah, you definitely fly into a tree.
Ooh.
Thwack.
dude, Notus, you make it look so easy.
You're not one with
What am I one with?
the ground.
A cruel fate.
Mm.
Born to fly, forced to look up.
I mean, you can fly whenever you want.
Can I?
You got the crown, right?
Is the crown still on my head?
It is.
Yeah, but then I use
You
it and it
felt
goes
it's-
away. And then I'm no longer the monarch of the Witchlight Carnival.
Croa begins to blink. Wait, you're a monarch?
Yeah.
I didn't realize I was in the company of royalty. Damn, I would have tried to put a feast together for you.
Oh no,
My
no, no.
apologies.
I don't like opening doors with my social status. You treated us hospitable, and that you should be proud of.
What do you... Don't you see our crowns?
Hey,
Like the three of us wear a crown. It's not a secret.
I motioned over to Baird. Baird has his lute out, and he seems like he's trying to capture something as he's playing on it. Just something about the feeling is. He seems pensive.
I think the little Kempestri picks up on that and tries to sing a jolly tune to keep your spirits high as well. After a while, you see these quadrupedal creatures. They look like little canines, I think. Yeah. There two of them. Yeah. There's two of them over here, and they seem to have finished collecting little sticks and stones and placing them on the mound. And now they just seem to be... One of them sat down, whilst the other one is now kind of howling.
Speak with animals up. Do I hear them?
With Speak with Animals, you can hear the howling, a crying, mournful howl.
At that, Baird would come down and sort of approach with a soft foot, like not trying to intrude.
They seem to take notice of you, but they don't stop their procession. It seems they continue to sort of howl and bark at the moon almost.
I'll beckon Goltix to attend me, and I'll grab You said they made a pile of sticks, right?
There's
Oh.
like a big pile of dirt, and then there's sticks on top of that.
Oh, a big pile of dirt, and then how many sticks? Just like a pile of sticks?
Yeah, like good sized, like sticks.
multiple of 8.
Yeah. I'll
It-
gesture for Goldtick to grab a stick. I'll grab a stick. I'll walk up.
Yeah.
I'll put a stick on the pile.
Now it's no longer a multiple of 8.
Was there 8 sticks on the pile? Would I have noticed? I would have noticed the 8 sticks. Was it 8 sticks?
I mean, if it were 8 sticks, maybe, but if it's a multiple of 8, good luck.
If you're, yeah, it would have been a multiple of 8, but you can even that out very easily. It's plenty more sticks. But as you are counting numbers, it is odd to see that there is only 2 of these strange little dogs, but
not a 3. Yeah.
not a third one.
Would you like it if I played a dirge?
They seem to be sniffling and whining, but that translates to you as
Yes, please.
yes, we would like that.
Ooh.
I think Baird is feeling that pensiveness and channeling that inner emotion now. It's a bittersweet feeling being up in the air like this, but also you've got plenty of places to draw upon for a sad tune such as this.
It's
And it seems
song
as
filled
though
with longing.
longing, yeah. And it seems as though this goes over very well with what's happening here. It doesn't intrude, doesn't seem disruptive. It seems to fit the somber mood almost perfectly. And it takes a little while. This song, they take their time to mourn, it seems, and then after they're finished, they seem to step away from it and seem to get a breath of fresh air from the sight of the mound. And after which they seem to be more receptive to talk, and they look towards you.
I'll send up a prayer to
They seem to
Zaelong
smile
during the song.
What's
All right.
happened here?
They actually are able to speak in Sylvan now as well. And they say, we lost a dear friend of ours. It was one of our pack mates. Sad that we couldn't have dug a better hole for them. This was a shallow grave, but we appreciate you adding to the monument.
They say, I've heard, that death isn't for long in the Feywild. That you may soon find that they find their way back to you in some form or another.
It was taken from us too soon. They were cut down.
Who did it?
A band of hobgoblins, led by a terrible knight.
What?
Sword of flame. It blazed in the twilight. They cut down our friend. We were
Do you
just
want
trying
to
to protect the forest. We could have got away, but our friend stayed defiant, stood their ground. And they paid the ultimate price for it.
Hearing that, Baird will look at his eyes literally drift over towards Vaike for a moment.
Talk to me, Big Bird.
But it just hearing the words defiant, stood their ground, died, like that just makes him.
I can't understand what they're saying. What happened? Talk to me. They're speaking Sylvan, right?
Warduke committed
Yeah.
killing.
Who?
Warduke's here?
You knew
Ulric.
the League of Malevolence was.
Ulric Ironbody.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Unfortunately.
Or fortunately.
Baird will lean down on one knee and just sort of. He places a hand over his heart and says, "We, the Jumping Junipers, will do everything we can to make this right."
He seemed to let out
Mhm.
a little whine, and they ask, "The Jumping Junipers?
I guess you owe that big guy a debt because of the hurt he inflicted on you. We can help you repay it.
We do not seek vengeance, but they are a danger to the forest.
We will do
They've
everything
been-
in our power to protect them. That's why we're here.
They seem to take a deep bow and kind of sniffle a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can perhaps repay you. We have some information on their whereabouts.
Yes.
They use an airship to navigate over the forest of thither. But they seem to land every now and again. Somewhere in let me see.
Does your sword work on air constructs?
Does Earthbind work on constructs?
Uh-huh.
No, I think it
Aw.
specifically says creatures, and an airship would probably be way too big. That said,
I'm pretty sure it
yeah,
does
they
have
will
a size limit, but
Because it's for dragons.
Um,
That's why it doesn't have a size limit.
They say they usually land where the Earth reaches for the stars.
Do you know where
as
that
a
is?
creature.
Where the Earth
I
reaches for the
just-
stars.
Told you. That's where they land.
Baird will look towards Vaike and say, comment again, they don't use directions here, remember?
Oh. Like all these
And yet to them it
Mm-hmm.
and yet to them it feels like they gave you the most precise and direct place to go that they could ever. It's like they've just told you like 3 blocks down the right, hang a left, and then it'll be on your right. Like it feels like they told you exactly where you need to find, and so they seem a little confused. They're like, we just told you where.
Mm-hmm.
But-
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah. There you go.
Is there anything else in the meantime that we could do that
Mhm.
might improve your night?
Suppose perhaps another bunch of reeds would do nicely on the grave.
Mm.
Will help collect as well. And they start to sort of mosey over towards the river with their little tails between their legs. And one of them does have multiple little tails.
Yeah. Baird
These
will
aren't
sort
normal
of
dogs, it seems.
Baird will follow them and sort of taking a deep breath and closing his eyes, he's going to reach out and trust the Feywild to find the right things in this moment, I think.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, if you have an idea as to what you would like to add, offerings of sorts, you can. I think most of you have picked up like twigs and such. But they're
And
now collecting like little stones and reeds from the river as well. Like little
Can-
skipping stones, that kind of thing.
can I pull out my dagger and start carving into like a discarded like branch or a whittling because there's the in my box there's the carved charm, something like that, but of these two dogs
Hmm.
or
Dogs? Question mark.
dogs question mark
Yes.
Kitsune.
Hmm.
What I'm not sure, but
Yeah, the one of them's kind of like a tannish yellow complexion in the fur. The other one's got a more like freckled starlight.
but yeah,
But
very cool.
yeah, you can pick up a branch, well, one of the logs or twigs. You mean?
Yeah, and he starts carving a little pair of charms that he can string onto a reed.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Alright then.
he'll walk back over after stringing it onto the top of a reed, and he will say, so that they may guide you even when they leave. And he places it, because friends are always there when you need them,
Hmm.
even in the darkest of time.
I think when they return with their reeds and they see this, they're sort of one of them's brought to tears again, perhaps, and begins howling at the moon once more. Well, howling into the twilight. There is sort of a moon, I guess. Yeah,
Mhm.
you would see a moon, but they do seem to appreciate the sentiment.
I'm just gonna
Anyone
start.
else want to make an offering? Or yeah,
I put my
Uh,
sticks down. I'm just gonna start shadowboxing.
okay.
Make two. I'm gonna start shadowboxing make two.
Yeah.
He's
Can
he's
I
All right.
got his brain
make
on the
flowers appear on the branches, logs that have been gathered,
Yes.
and make it a
Yeah.
sort of bouquet?
Campari's
Definitely.
on me. I'm not letting this goblin steal
What?
Campari.
What goblin? What do you mean? um, well, you are rather distracted with the old whittling, aren't you?
I thought Bird said he put the
Campestry.
mushroom in his hood.
I did. Like he's
Where's
in my
Jack?
hoodie.
Jack is perception checking.
Oh, hello, Croa.
I look at Croa. I give him a stink eye.
Oh, hey, this sounds really heavy over here. I was just gonna probably head off, probably just gonna head back to Terrace Town. So, just came over to say goodbye, that's all. Hey, you, candy guy.
Yeah. What? Who? Me?
Yeah. If you like candy, you know that Loomlurch sells all kinds of candy, right?
Yes.
Well, you can try some if you want. I got a couple of sticks. I guess you can give one of them to the blink dogs here.
Wait, they're blink dogs? They're
Uh-huh.
blink dogs! Oh my
They
god,
don't seem
those
like
are
they're
the
in a
best.
well, yeah, they don't seem like they're in a blinking kind of mood right now, but they seem to like sticks. So here, you can have a candy stick. Um anyway, I'm gonna head off. If you see Chucklehead, tell him I said hi. He's the guy with the big toffee apple head. Can't miss him.
Toffee
Chucklehead.
apple. Okay. Chucklehead.
Uh-huh.
Um,
And if you want to get to Terrace Town, just follow the leaves with the juiciest bugs. All right. Laters.
bye.
Okay, he heads off, grabbing up his camping equipment as he goes.
Mhm.
Yeah, you make these little flowers sprout on the gravesite, and the dogs seem to be very appreciative once again, and they smile at now what once was just a crudely dug hole
Mhm.
now looks like a beautiful little gravesite with all these offerings. And they look back to you and say, "We don't know quite how to repay you, but guess again we may have some information that will help."
If you want to
That
repay us,
goblin. Mhm.
we'd appreciate it if you were to brighten up, help bring more joy in the
Yes,
world.
you've done that. The flowers are beautiful.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, it's hard to be joyful when
Mm-hmm.
the
Have you,
forest feels like it's got a disease.
Baird will speak up. Have you seen a girl with blonde hair?
Mm, no, I'm afraid not.
There should be a
A
big hollow
girl?
tree
A human
somewhere.
girl?
Yeah, she looks like me.
There are. We have spotted some children. A blonde. Um, actually,
Yeah, hair as blonde as gold.
there was. Well, we're a bit colorblind, I'm afraid, but there were young girls and boys, perhaps with blonde hair. They had a lighter tone, that's for sure. But they don't really leave Loomlurch very often, if at all. That goblin mentioned Loomlurch earlier. That's Granny Nightshade's place. She keeps the children locked up, making toys. But I'd be careful about that place if I were you. There's scarecrows planted in her garden. They scream loudly if they spot intruders.
So that's if they see an intruder.
Mm-hmm. If they spot you, they will alert all of her minions, so we don't get too close to the place. Mm. Hopefully that tidbit repays you in some capacity.
It helped. Those are looking would see there is a little bit of anger in Baird's face. At the implication that Hannah was put to work in all this time.
If you're looking for a child, that's the best guess I can give. Sorry, go on, Clabberclaw.
That's alright. I'm curious now. With the mention of children and toys and the garden full of
Scarecrows?
does anything... Yeah, does anything kind of... sort of... I don't know anything in Clapperclaw.
Like ring a bell, or...
Yeah, sort of, yeah.
Yeah, this does ring a bell. This place, you remember, in pieces, because perhaps you were in pieces when you were put together here. But when you came to, you do recall this place. There's a large, rotted, hollowed out tree on its side, and you do remember children's faces. But you don't remember children's laughter.
Yeah.
And yes, certainly there were probably others of your kind, bits of straw hanging out of these gardeners. You thought they were gardeners, but they didn't do much work. But yeah, there were straw men like you outside the toy shop. Big old garden patches of pumpkins and other gourds, and you remember feeling the earth like on your head for a while before it was placed on top of the rest of your body. You were probably grown in that garden, or at least your old head was.
It's like my gourd was born there.
Yes, you're right. Yep. And your straw probably came from some of the scarecrows. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so they don't have a wheat field?
No, you don't remember that.
Damn. Where
You
do I
remember?
get
You
wheat
remember
from?
You remember a little pig pen though as well. The squealing of swine would often wake you up.
Do you mention that you remember children, Clapperclaw?
Yeah, just... I don't know. I remember the children. Vaguely. A little bit. They weren't very happy.
Do you remember
Happy.
a girl?
There was girls. And boys. I think I know anyone.
Okay. When was the last? We had a long rest at some point. Can I?
Sorry,
Should
you
be
were
able
just
to.
cutting a little bit out there. That was all. I guess. See, what was the last thing you said?
I think I remember any of them by
By name.
name.
Okay. If that is what you don't remember, can I use disguise self to make me look like how I believe Hannah should look like right now?
You're guessing at what she would look like at your age. Yeah. Okay. That will be a guess, nothing more. I guess.
I mean,
yeah. You kind of
I know
give
how she
yourself.
had her hair like 8 years ago, so I assume she would have
Yeah.
pigtails. Her complexion should be similar to mine. Maybe
Right.
Baird
a
will
bit
describe.
sharper face.
Baird will also describe Hannah
Mhm.
in as much detail as he can.
Is any of this
Okay.
familiar to him?
This Um, let me think real quick, because I'm also just playing with
I'm
the
guessing
token.
it's also
Hold on.
timing things in.
Do I need to make?
Yeah, there is some there is some timing that might affect this, but Clapperclaw's been around. Let's check something real quick. Gonna have a look myself as well. So pigtails, golden hair, kind of your own similar kind of bone structure, but more feminine. Yeah.
more feminine. Yeah.
Okay. So you do remember there was a young girl. She didn't have her hair in pigtails, but she was sort of a lighter blonde, not as vibrant as the gold that you're seeing on Gareth's depiction of them, but certainly they were blonde, and they seemed a little bit more of a target than the other children. She seemed to be picked on, and eventually she was not trusted by Granny Nightshade, and she was actually thrown into the kitchen, and she didn't get let out of the kitchen very often. In fact, you remember the rattling of chains coming from there, as if she was working around the clock, but stuck there, like manacled to the kitchen sink or something.
Okay.
That's the closest person. Yeah, that's the closest girl you remember. And yeah, the only thing you remember as far as names go is when Granny Nightshade would call them little brats or something like that.
Yeah. So she didn't really use names. It's more like, not even nicknames.
Yeah,
No. But,
exactly.
I will explain what I think to them. But I don't make any promises it's her. But it could be.
Oh, you've seen her?
Kind
Or
of
someone that looks like her?
similar. Could be. But
Well, I
I
mean-
mean, after they were in the kitchen, never really saw them again.
I mean, time does move differently here, right?
It does. Very
April
much.
said that we had told April when we first met her that it was like 8 years ago back in the
was like
carnival, but she was like
yesterday.
yesterday. So what if Hannah hasn't aged at all? And like Vaike stops shadowboxing, and then Vaike 2 like punches Vaike in the face because he lost his concentration.
And then yeah, it's you
Okay.
punching yourself in the face.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
weird.
So what if she's exactly the same age and it's not been 8 years for her? I mean, it was different. Snicker Snack said that it had been 8 years, but Snicker Snack was kept in like a different dimension, so there's probably all sorts of different shenanigans that's been going on.
Wait, if she's
Indeed,
here...
Vaike makes a good point. Time does travel in the Feywild rather differently. Sometimes it slows down to a crawl. Other times it feels frantic and at a quicker pace.
Can I reach for the old fingernail that I should still have gotten in my pocket?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Garreth has an old fingernail in his pocket.
Of course I've got an old fingernail.
Mhm.
It's from an 8-year-old girl.
Of course.
It's from Hannah's.
Yeah.
Hannah's very token.
Yep,
And
you
I'll
you've
whisper
still got
in
it.
Health and safety if you open a cafe, you know that, right?
I'll whisper in it. Hannah, if you hear me, please give me a sign. We're this close. You won't be alone much longer.
Hmm. You give me a perception check.
Perception.
Hmm. There's not much of a sound coming through. Not that you expected there to be.
Yeah.
You've held this many times before, waiting for a response, and you're not surprised. There's nothing again, but there was a little bit of hope, but nothing.
At least it
Nothing
didn't
this time.
turn into dust.
That's true.
We'll get him back, Garreth.
Mm-hmm.
As Garreth looks towards Baird, he can see that Baird, like hearing about the chains and things, seems almost beside himself for a moment. His beak sort of quivering as he sees hands like clenched tightly. An anger you've not seen from Baird up to this point.
All right. Well, then, what are we waiting for? Let's go. Let's.
Which way?
which-
Loomlurch or where
Yeah.
the Earth reaches the stars?
Well, I mean, we should go. We should go get. We should go get Hannah. But we do got to think that what are we gonna do with Hannah once we get her? We don't have a Lilybog Keep here. We don't have a Sue Hallibricks here.
We've got a landlord.
In a dingy cave. I mean, I guess a dingy cave is better than a hag's cauldron.
When we got Hannah, we also should have gotten the portrait. Which means we can go back to Lilybog Keep after then.
Well, no, because there is a score me and Ulric have to settle here.
Warduke.
Warduke. And if he's running around killing things in the forest, don't you also have to protect the forest? Isn't that
Oh,
something you have to do?
oh. We should get to the Warduke first.
Baird will also say, we also have a time limit.
We do.
I don't know if we could do everything we need to just right now.
If we find Warduke first, we can take a ship. That will
That
ground
is
him,
true.
even if we're not strong enough. And that gives us another mode of movement.
It probably would be a lot faster.
Yeah, if we get his airship.
We could see if Campari's fairy ring might get us closer to Loomlurch.
Oh yeah, compare. How far away is your fairy ring?
Oh, they're everywhere. There's one nearby. There's one far away.
Can
But
you
they're
show
not
us?
far away from each other. They're
Can you
all sort of connected.
Can you show us to the one that's nearby?
Of course. Yes. So long as you follow my tune.
All right.
Western Prism.
Start singing that one again.
I'll,
Dang it!
I will bow to the Blink Dogs and take my leave as I. And also,
They
Baird
let out
had.
a little.
Mm.
Also, while this all had happened, Baird had slowly like sunk to the ground as if his like slowly like darker emotions just like pulled him down.
Yeah. You see, then the little dogs let out a more cheerful bark, and they seem to be wagging their tails. All right. Following the campestry, it's back to the hex scroll. See if we can find where we left off. Oh, yeah. So you were
Was it this way?
down here. Excuse me. All right. So yeah, this is the tile. So you kind of went down river, followed this, and then we will go towards a fairy ring, which looks, I guess, yeah, not too far from here. Probably be this tile. Yeah, there's lots of them. Okay, this one. Come on, show. There we go. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I need to clear my throat. Sorry about that. Okay. So through the tree line towards this strange singing sound, and if one campestry wasn't enough, you absolutely hear an almighty chorus coming from them. There is sounds like a whole bunch of them kind of singing. The yeah, I've got to find the map. Fairy ring. Here we go. All right. Shouldn't be too far. Just through these ferns, down the steps. The magical ring of mushrooms. You keeping up? You'd probably be coming from this side, actually, now that I think about it. There you go. In the distance, you see a twinkling light of fireflies. And there is indeed a beautiful singing voice. They are all in tune with one another. And as you approach, they all start to turn around and animate. And you see all the little campestries' happy faces singing once more this beautiful little tune towards them. And you hear the other campestry like, "Hello, it's me. I'm back. Greetings, everyone.
Hello.
I met these fine folk when I went to dinner." And you can see that he seems to be the actual eighth one in this little ring. He joins, and everything is right in the world.
I mean,
And they all turn around and they're like, "Hello, hello, hello to you. Welcome to our little ring."
do we have to know the other fairy ring to get there, or can we just hop to any fairy ring?
Wait. Isn't there a fairy ring at the carnival?
There is one at the Pixie Kingdom, right?
And the Pixie Kingdom came
Mhm.
from a fairy ring from hither.
Wait, we could just leave.
Whoa.
We could just go back to the carnival.
Let's go home, guys.
Why are you putting mischief in the middle?
And that's the end of the adventure.
Mischief hops in.
Mischief wants to get out of here. Wait,
Nope.
do we have anything to bring back to the carnival? I think we have the unicorn horns.
That is true.
Mischief, get out of there.
We can ask if Diana wants to be brought to spare parts.
Well,
That's gonna be cruel. What's up, Mischief?
Just seems to want to jump in there. It's trying to catch fireflies right now.
Baird will look down at Campari and say, "Do you know the places that this one is connected to?"
Oh, yes. We're all connected. We're basically a hive mind.
Oh, good. Don't trust that goblin. He was going to eat you.
Yeah.
No. No, I like to believe the good intentions in people.
They
Says
were
the
good
one.
intentions for him.
Says the one buttered mushroom.
Mhm.
Yeah, they all seem to
Do
be
you?
trying to get a bit of the butter.
Mhm.
Oh,
Aww.
share that butter.
These poor idiots.
Little bit for me, little bit for
We
you.
found them. We found the two intelligence.
We
two
found
intelligent
found
characters.
something dumber than Garreth.
Uh-huh.
Intelligence. Intelligence is our forte.
More like a Fungte, right?
Fonte, yes.
Oh, they're as smart as I am.
That's worrisome.
No, I often think the more you learn about the world, the more its crushing weight brings you down. Better to be blissfully ignorant.
Baird looks at
wow.
this mushroom with
Mhm.
like
Jesus
Baird looks at this
Christ.
mushroom with a look of like haunted, like
Yeah,
Mm.
that was
That's
heavy.
kind of a lot, yeah.
La 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 la.
Can
Hey,
we
your
finish
social
up our
media.
business here?
Aw.
it's
These guys are kind of bumming me out.
Oh no! Well, we can't have that. And they start picking up with a jolly tune instead.
West Virginia, Western Prismier.
Yeah, that one again. Sure, why not?
Uh,
I don't know if I
Western
love
there,
or
there's a
hate
butter
these
goblin,
guys.
got
Western
butter.
Prism.
oh. Do you?
Well, okay, so do we want to? I mean, we can just go to the carnival and then come back.
Is that a thing we can do? I don't know if I trust that.
Why wouldn't it be a
Do
thing?
you know
we
the
can
magic
do?
tune?
What's the magic tune?
Yes, you need a magical tune to bring you back.
No, wait. How did the
Every ring has
Bird?
one.
What's the carnival?
Oh, what's this?
Tune?
This one? This one's magical too. Tell me it's the Western Prismier song.
Yeah, please.
No,
The thing is,
Possibly.
what's the music box? The calliope, the calliope.
the calliope.
That's the carnival's ring.
That's the
Oh,
carnival's ring.
that is true. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how you dial
yeah.
in.
Yeah,
Oh.
so we know how to get to the carnival. We just got to figure this one out.
You do have a dial tone machine right here.
It's like a
Bird,
rotary
Bird.
mushroom.
Yeah, he's like our phone book. Yeah.
Oh no! I meant Baird.
Yeah.
Bird. Yeah, he's our phone book.
Baird can just dial it in.
Yeah,
What
that's
is
true.
the sound of this world? What is the sound of?
What's
theater?
the song of this ring?
Oh yeah, we can't just ask them.
Well, how does R1? R1 does go Western Prism. That is this one. Yeah, that is totally this one.
Which is really funny because if I remember us on the big map, this is the eastern side of Prismere.
It's perfect.
East and West don't exist in Prismere.
That's why it's perfect that it's Western
Mhm.
Prismere.
Yeah,
We
that's
went-
true. Yeah, it's backwards. Okay, well, yes, you could learn this one so that if you go to the carnival, then you could come back to this one. Is that what you're intending?
I mean,
If we
I-
do, yeah. I mean, is there
The
that much of a point to go
is-
back
Wait,
right now?
there is one issue.
Whoa!
There's
Let's
one
think
thing
of
I need to
history.
know. Are our tickets still valid?
Well, more
Ah,
tattoos, more face paint, more.
I still do have a carnival.
does
ticket on me.
depend.
Hmm?
Does it have an expiration date on it?
No.
Yeah. Are the
No.
tickets for a single day or are they for a single year or how do they work?
I think they work until the pumpkins are out.
Yeah, because the carnival is
Yeah,
like a
that's
series of 8
normally how
days.
they work.
Okay, so it's fun.
Yeah.
We're good. We got tickets. Oh no, Gold Tick doesn't have a ticket. And Clapperclaw and Sir Talabar. And
Also,
Are we
if we go to the
Planning-
are we
carnival, it
planning on
could-
going there?
I don't think it's a good idea.
And then
We have.
okay.
Where's Jack's
I
tickets?
thought we came here to get to another ring so we could expedite some travel, but
Yeah, Baird will ask the
If you-
confessory. Do you have the Do you? What are the other rings in thither?
oh yes, there's 8 more. Oh wait, no, 7 more. We're number 4.
Do you know any of their songs?
Of course, we all meet up every twilight, full moon, and sing to the stars. We each share our song.
Mountains, there's bloody
Can it all just be like actual songs?
Oh.
Yeah, they probably will be. I'll have to make 7 more of them now. Yeah,
Oh, no.
but can you
but yes, we know the other songs.
teach us them?
Can you teach them?
Of course. Suppose I owe you that much for having such a delightful dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Not because you saved their life, but because they were
Yeah.
under
Yeah,
the impression that they just had a nice.
we had
Yeah.
a nice meal.
Okay, then they will teach you one of the other songs. It depends really where you want to go. That you could just try and describe where you want to go, and they'll give you like the nearest ring to that.
Where the heavens reach
the
the
last, like-
stars.
Oh.
Where the ground reaches for the heavens. Where the ground wants the
Oh,
stars.
that's a good one. Yes. Reach for the stars, climb every mountain higher. And they
yeah.
suddenly, as they start singing this one, you see a portal beginning to whoosh into existence.
Mhm.
See, the
There
minute
it
you
is.
said that, I knew it was gonna happen.
No! Garrett!
Whoa!
No time to waste!
Garrett
Let's get the presents!
Leaped in.
God damn it.
Oh no!
Gultik,
I guess
attend
we're going
me!
in.
I guess we're
Oh,
going
Miss
in.
Steph.
Come on, Gultik,
God.
we'll die soon.
Life
Oh.
isn't forever.
Don't get
Ah!
attached.
Ah! Yeah, you start to spin down, disappearing into the chaos of this mushroomy song. And I think there is some part where you need to like dance around and sing the tune. But we'll say you definitely did part of that together.
Mhm.
I think you have to like hold hands, spin around like 8 times around the ring.
I imagine
And then
it's
the
a chain
portal
of people
appears.
getting pulled into
Ring
the portal.
Oh.
Like-
Next
Yeah.
circle, I'm just gonna make up a song and see how it works.
No,
It's
please.
not okay to jump in water, but it is okay to jump into a creepy fairy.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there's not water.
You know,
It's
Clapper-
fine because we're singing and dancing, apparently.
Oh, yes. So if I sing and dance before I jump in the next river,
Sure.
Clapper, do as I say, not as I do, okay?
Vaike is the last person you should be listening.
We're
My
we're
boss said
terrible role
you
models.
that too.
I might be the worst role model.
That's my hero.
Well, he's not a hero. Calm down.
Whoop.
Whoop.
All right. You pop out the other side of this beautiful fairy ring and you hear them all singing. They're like, "Oh, welcome, welcome to our lovely fairy ring.
I will
How were
light-
the other compestries?"
Very
buttery.
hospitable.
Buttery.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it is buttery.
Yummy looking.
Oh, well, that's a good compliment. You're looking like a tough jerky. Yes.
Who, me?
Or do you look like tough stuff.
Thanks.
All of
We
you.
are. Hello.
You look like you mean business.
Yup, jumping
Mhm,
business.
We're jumping. We're in the fighting stuff business. As well
Well.
as funny business.
And fairy business.
We're very business.
Their business.
Also fairy business?
What,
We are in
very
the business-
business?
No,
In the-
fairy business, as in the business of
Wary.
asking questions.
Query. Yeah.
All right. Well, as you begin to look around, trying to kind of gain your bearings, figuring out what's going on here, the one thing that does clearly stand out is there is a large mountain just north of you, I guess, and
Where's
it has
North?
up, just up of you. It dominates the horizon, and yeah, you can see its rocky peaks high above the tree line, reaching up towards the twilight. There doesn't appear to be any like large vessel or ship here, however, just a mountain. So it's up to you what you think. What do you want to do?
Hey, well, guys.
Yes.
Have you seen a giant ship in the air anywhere around here?
Oh yes, that ghastly wooden contraption lands down on that mountain every now and again.
Did it just like take off?
Just no, not just. More like a moment ago.
God damn it, I hate it here. Well,
But I mean, that don't mean it'll be back, right? I mean, you said it lands there every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
if you
So-
had to judge the time, how many Western Prismeers could you sing in the time it's been gone?
It's a good question. 88.
47.
88?
What?
We'll just go there, sing it 88 times, and then it should be.
It should be back. It should be back.
Yeah, that logic's. Can't argue with that logic, so Talavar says.
Okay.
Fine.
But you said it's set off a moment ago, not just now. Okay, that's been a moment ago. We can go there and wait for it to land.
Are you
You
sure?
do have a
It can
time
be any
limit.
time now.
That's up to you guys. We're on a time crunch.
We could at
Oh,
least.
this is.
We also
We had 8 days.
Hey.
And
well,
this is
no,
day
we
the
don't
number-
have
very
8 days.
we
We've got,
had
like,
8 total, and we took one long
7
rest,
days
so
now.
we're on day
Yeah.
on day 2 right now. Oh no, we're on day 1.
Yeah,
No, we're on day 2.
Day 2.
we are on day 2. Yeah, technically.
Day 2. Okay, I mean, with these fairy rings at
But
our
I'll be
disposal
honest
now-
with you.
Yeah.
So like
Mhm.
above game here, obviously I'm not really counting time in this place. So it's more accurate to say that it's like 8 long rests. That's
Yeah.
the best, most accurate way to determine this time, because you
Yeah.
definitely have to sleep for 8 hours every time. And then you can only take a long rest once every 24 hours.
Mhm.
So in your heads, that basically equates to 8 long rests.
Mhm.
So that's how we're going to mark time in this
Mhm.
area, just in case anyone was worried about counting the hours. We're not. We're just counting rests.
Yeah.
So we have 7 rests left,
Correct.
and we have a few hours to spare at the very end of that last rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So basically, our last
Yeah,
long rest should be
so-
on our way back.
So out of game, don't feel like rushing. In game, you can probably feel the pressure, but it's also maybe to some of you not a pressure. If you're like used to the Feywild's timing, like
Mhm.
I think maybe more like maybe Garreth and maybe like especially Sir Talavar doesn't seem to be in a hurry, but
Look,
he's been in a cage for
worst
years,
case,
so-
worst case, I can use a fairy ring to return to the carnival, then use the mirror to get back to Hitter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's how we can.
Oh,
That's how we
wow.
can get back.
This
Yeah.
is the speedrun tactic.
Shortcut. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
see?
good.
See? If there's any reason why we can't make it
Yo.
to Hitter from here, we can use the ferry ring to
Wait,
get
that's
there.
kind of crazy.
Wait, but then,
That is
then we
actually big brain.
but we get back. But then we get back
I mean,
to
Yo,
that's
I-
Fey logic.
we get back to Hither.
That is actually genius.
and then we're
That's
stuck.
I don't think I've
Actually-
ever heard someone come up with that. You can take an inspiration for that. It's actually really
But
good.
then we're
Just
stuck
go
in,
in and then out and then.
we're stuck in
Yeah.
Hither then, because we don't have
Love
our
it.
balloon.
Or wait, we're stuck in Hitter if we can't use our balloon. But we can also land Warduk's airship.
We can retrieve the balloon, then refill it back in Hither.
Oh yeah, because we put it in the hole and we can refill the balloon.
Wow.
Mhm.
Guys,
Now you're
Infinite
thinking with
resource.
portals.
Now
the
we're
jumping
portaling.
junipers are now an international problem.
Yeah.
we all, wait, we weren't?
International
We
threat.
weren't?
We are the
just in,
scrappiest
jumping-
motherfuckers in all of this like place. You think it's Agdon? No, it's us.
No, it's us.
This just in, the jumping junipers have become airborne.
Wow, that's crazy. But
All
yeah,
right,
I hadn't thought of
so-
that. That's great.
So we're gonna go
Genius.
camp on top of the mountain and wait for Ward.
Wait, okay. We actually, it may be less dangerous to go back to the carnival than we think, because they packed up the carnival in the material planning, meaning they're back in the Feywild, meaning they're on Feywild time.
How do we know that though?
Because
Do we
they
know
did
that?
it as we left.
No.
No, they didn't.
They were
They
about.
we were dead.
they wrapped up the first day.
Yeah, we wrapped.
I
They're
think
there
that
for 3
was-
days.
Yeah,
Carnival's
3 days,
8?
by the way, not 8.
Oh, 3?
Yeah,
Oh.
3.
I think
yeah.
it's yeah. Or it might be 8. But I think though, yeah, there is a idea though that they do kind of like pack up shop and stuff every night. It's the what's it called? The crowning of the Witchlight Monarch. Then there's this massive parade, and then they close up shop effectively, and then they'll open it the next day. But yeah, so it might still be going on. The carnival is probably still there, but that's dependent on how time traveled during
I
this
get-
stint in the.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, if we have access, I mean, we can either wait to Warduk or we can go back to the carnival. I mean, I want to talk to Muse.
We shouldn't do that now. We should wait until we're less. Until we have to. Until we like it's our
Oh.
only. Like we
I
shouldn't risk it while we
What's the risk?
that time dilation.
There is one thing. Yeah, when we're in the carnival, time might go on in the wilds or the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
You won't know until you get
Yeah,
back. I guess.
it's a last resort. Emergency.
But yeah, I think I think Jack just kind of points out like,
Well, we definitely have some things to get back to the carnival when we find them. But, like, we need to find
Star
and we need to find
and
I'll pull up the
Hurley.
list. Hold on.
and we need to find well, maybe when we get
Glisten
lost
and Glean.
lost yeah,
We got
right? So when
unicorn
we find one of
horns,
those
We got
Star,
unicorn horns, that's
Hurley,
something.
Glister. We need spare parts.
we could send it we could always send the unicorn horns through with someone else, like Hurley or Gleam or Glister.
Oh, true.
We gotta find them first.
Okay. So here's the plan. We go onto the stupid mountain. We beat up Warduk, take his cool sword, save the day. We then go to Granny Nightshade. No,
Not
yes,
here though.
Oh well, we can.
Granny
We can
Nightshade.
maybe trade the sword for something else.
No. I was thinking that the sword would look cool on Ulric, so Ulric's gonna keep the sword.
Or his cool sword. X. X.
Yeah, but that axe isn't on fire though, so it's not that cool.
Mhm.
Oh, I thought it
And
How
then
can something be cool
we-
and on fire?
then we get this painting, and we get Hannah, and we go back to the carnival. We drop off Hannah with a ticket. maybe we go visit your like old mentor, Garreth. Drop Hannah off there. We come back. We then go back to Bavorna, give her the painting. We get the frog hemoth. We get Octavian's heart, and we bring Octavian back.
Fair to say,
With spare parts.
I don't want to risk the material plane unless we have to.
What's the risk to it? We have fairy rings. We can just go in and out.
Yeah, no, time.
Yeah, if anything,
Hey,
April
I
said
think
that.
what he's trying to say it's like Schrodinger's box. You don't know how much time is gone until you
Mhm.
like open that ring.
Yeah, but like what April said was that like no time had passed since the last time she had saw us. So what I'm
Mhm.
thinking,
Right.
what I'm thinking is the time that we've spent in here. Maybe the carnival's already packed up. Maybe it's already been 3 years in the material plane. Well, it's only been a couple of days here for us. So what I'm thinking is,
Yeah.
So Talavar says, but it also could be the opposite. We could have only been in here for a few minutes, at least what it seems like a few minutes to the carnival.
mhm,
There's no telling. Time in the Feywild ebbs and flows. It's like a coin toss. It might well be the next day in the Feywild, when it could be years past.
well,
We do not know.
how about this? How about I go back to the carnival and I come back instantly and see how long it takes?
Do we want?
It's different every time. So if we're gonna leave, we should leave altogether.
And therein lies the risk that Baird's trying to denote. It's that you may be gone for many years, and yet you jumped in and out in but an instant, and then we have no Vaike for the remainder of this venture.
I don't think we're in any rush to go back, right? I mean, we
Mhm.
should baby step things. We should go back when we have a majority of the stuff to take back. We
Mhm.
don't really got to worry about it right now, right?
Yeah. Besides, going in and out at once is enough of a risk. The people that are waiting for us back home may already be dead by the time we're out.
That just makes me want to go back even more.
Jack starts drooling.
Let's wait.
We should go.
Alright.
Perhaps we should go check out the landing spot. It may be worth our time to see where the airship lands.
Let's have a trap.
Alright.
That's where we
I will
should
say
head for
this.
the lurch.
Hmm.
You've still got the little flying mushroom. You got the last bit of this flying mushroom will get you up to the top of the mountain. So you can land
we can-
atop it.
Hell
That-
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
Then I'm
the-
against
Why?
it.
wait. If we eat the mushroom or the last part of our dinner.
The last part of our dinner.
So
You-
this
you
is
still have
where
the
our
effect.
flight works out.
Yeah.
This is where your flight ends, yeah. That's
Nice.
right. Okay, so when you land atop it, you can see kind of like the remains of what would have been like makeshift camp. Looks like there's been some repairs made. You can see planks of wood, and there are some interesting things about these. Give me like an investigation or a perception check as you look around for maybe clues or a good place to set up traps, whatever that may be.
Oh, I love the jumping junipers.
Oh,
Ulric.
right.
Let's go, Ulric.
Oh, my stomach sees it all.
You know what? I'll bardic inspo that Ulric so we can get something really good.
Interesting.
Now, what about Jack?
Jack can roll as well.
That's a
Jack rolled
23
an
for
18.
Ulric.
23.
Nice. Okay. In that case, then, what you find is this looks to be like a repair station of of sorts. They seem to land here to make repairs. This isn't like a base of operations. It isn't a camp. It's just a nice place they can set down, and then because it's high up, they don't have to like lift off the ground as it doesn't take as much time. The airship also clearly has sails. You can make out there is materials for.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
This is not some sort of air balloon ship. This seems to be like.
Is it the Spelljammer?
It might well be a Spelljammer.
What?
But how they got their hands on something like this is beyond you.
I was talking about this.
Yeah.
Okay, we really need this now. There is no way he's gonna leave
Junipers. We're
with
going
that ship.
international. We're going worldwide.
We're going interplanet.
We're
We're
becoming
gonna
pirates.
interplane. We're gonna interplanet.
The worldwide
Oh my
JJ.
God.
Though I will say this, it's almost
jumping
obvious
off.
to you these hobgoblins may not know exactly what they're working with because a bunch of the stuff has been scrapped and put together again. It's like what's the ship called? The ship that's like pieced back together. Was it?
Wait, these are all. There's a bunch of pieces of a flying ship.
They are, but they look damaged. And when you look over them, I think Ulric can tell there are scorch marks all over the wood. And then I guess Jack goes, "Oh yeah, well that makes sense. The guy's got a flaming sword. He's probably reckless with it when he's on aboard his ship.
That or it's
Probably set his own." And then as soon as you say that, it does seem to click, Ulric. When you look across, these scorch marks don't look like they were made with a blade. There would be cuts and grooves. These look more like a blast, a concentrated, almost like beam has scorched across the decking. And you can see planks just obliterated and charred to pieces. There's holes through material like the sails, which they've scrapped and tossed to one side. And there's enough pieces here. It looks like they very well could have reconstructed almost every piece of it.
So there are pieces of a flying ship here.
All of them broken and damaged. Yes.
Is there a
Like,
plank about the size, like a surfboard?
Sure.
Can I stand on it?
And there's deep. Yeah, and on this
If it's
piece,
a part
you
of
see
a flying
deep
ship,
claw
it
marks.
should be able to fly.
Oh, Theseus's ship, by the way. That's what I was thinking about.
Oh yeah, the ship with Theseus. But if it's part of a flying ship, it should be able to fly.
Is it still part of the flying ship after it's broken? No?
If it's a part of a flying ship, it should be able to fly. You just have to like.
It's not. Yeah, well,
This is jumping Juniper logic.
I maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe that would work if this wasn't in splinters with like a massive claw mark like cut through it and scorch marks. Like everything here is just pieces, like wrecked pieces.
Is there
There's
another
a bunch
skill
of
They're all
claw
damaged.
marks and everything's scorched up.
That's a dragon.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it
Yeah.
I was gonna say
That's a dragon.
this
I
sounds
think.
like a skill issue.
And Ulric comes to that conclusion probably before everyone else, which is kind of funny. Like
Oh,
he puts the
please.
pieces together.
I've never wanted anything more than be driving a flying pirate ship fighting a dragon. Oh,
Oh
geez.
my god.
Oh.
Oh, I want to fight a dragon so bad.
That's all I want. I want to die a glorious death. That's it.
Oh, I don't want to do that, but.
Chris, during dinner were we able to take a short rest?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
sure. I will say, yeah, Glossy. Yeah, I don't
Is-
fare our chances in a balloon against a dragon. But
Is this area like? Is it like labeled? Like, does it say like dump or something? Like where they're just dumping shit?
yeah, you see, these guys have tossed most of the wood into one pile, the sails into another. But yeah, it looks like a wreck for the most part. These hobgoblins kind of ramshackle. They're not well organized. It looks like they stripped away a lot of pieces. Some that may have not been, some that may have been like very necessities to the ship. What I'm saying is, don't imagine a space jammer. A space jammer? What's it called?
Imagine the pirate ship from Peter Pan. Yeah.
It's more like ramshackled together now, like clearly replaced, and you can see tools as well. There are hacksaws, hammers, nails,
Oh,
that type of stuff.
Hmm.
can I start fashioning together with the remaining pieces, the tools and the hammers, a very small ship?
No, you would need to chop down a
No.
lot of trees and begin from scratch. Everything that has been discarded is unusable.
So
I'm afraid you could maybe do like a wood carver's tools to make like a small model
Can I eat
ship,
it?
but not a ship that will hold you. Yeah, sure.
I'll hardly do that.
Jumping
You can
Juniper logic, part of a flying ship. It should fly. If it's not flying, maybe I can eat it. Maybe I'll fly. Jumping.
Roll a Constitution save.
Uh,
We'll see what.
I will
grab a.
I will
That's good.
gladly.
Mhm. What are you doing?
Charisma. Oh, you're doing a little wood carvers. Okay, so you're
Yeah.
making a little model boat, like
Yeah.
big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Yeah, I'll do Kenku Recall just for fun. Might as well.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you meant like a small ship, like big enough for you to get in, like a canoe or something. Like,
No, I was
but yeah.
I was honestly thinking more like a surfboard.
okay. So, Ulric, you bite into this plank of wood, and it tastes like burnt toast. Maybe you should have saved some butter from that campestry, but
Oh,
you crunch it down. It does seem to just about go all the way down. Kind of like cuts up your throat as it gets to the bottom. A couple of splinters there, maybe. But you get suddenly, or it gets a flashing image in front of his eyes. As you see some clouds parting, you see two baleful glowing eyes surge towards you, and you feel the flaming heat all over your body, and it feels like you're incinerated, and Ulric falls to the ground for a moment.
Oh yeah, we're screaming.
Ulric! I'm gonna run over to him.
You see as he screams, you see smoke coming out of his mouth.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Ah,
E.
I
Do I
swear
actually
he's
like
getting
feel?
psychometry from this. Yeah.
Do I feel
Yeah.
hurt or?
You pat yourself out, like trying to put out the fires, but you realize, no, your skin's completely fine.
Oh,
That's because you've passed the con save. If you'd failed, then maybe it would have
I burn
felt more
alive.
realistic. Yeah, you just burn alive. Yeah.
all good.
Burn around.
But yeah, you definitely felt like the heat was concentrated from the eyes.
Ooh, yeah. It's definitely a drag.
that's a 16 for wood carving.
Yeah, you make a fun little model boat out of bits of broken wood. But it seems, oh, you got Jack, haven't you? Yeah, you got Jack and like sticks it together with some glue. Yeah, you got a little model boat. Cute.
Well,
And you can make some fabric sails, out of the torn pieces.
Yep. You want to do that, Notus?
Alright.
Do you want to make fabric sails for a little model boat?
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah, you can. You can make a little stitching in it as well. Have your own little flag if you want.
so what's the plan, guys? Are we just gonna chill out here in the open and wait for this guy?
Oh,
I think it may be a
one of
bit.
us could hang back.
Well, how about me and Ulrich just stand menacingly out in the open and you guys hide?
I mean, we can all hide. Jack can pretend to be an
A pumpkin,
ornament.
for sure.
And if they get too close, Jack is nimble. He can escape easily.
Remember when we
gonna
were telling
say,
about how I dressed up as an old man?
I was gonna say, if these guys did face a dragon, I don't think you and Ulric are going to frighten them.
Well, that's see what I'm thinking is me and Ulric, and then Warduk's like, oh, it's you two. And then we're like, how about we just have do I get a rematch of 1v2? I mean, that way we don't gotta get his crew involved. Because
Well,
if
you
he has a
can-
whole army, hobgoblins, I mean.
Garreth,
Hmm?
can we make a new token?
A new token?
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe one of
you
us
need-
could stay here as a lookout and then tell the others if they return. Because I don't mind sticking around here and waiting.
the
but
token works one
we could-
way. It's only I can talk to people through the
Yeah.
token. So if I make a token, then I have to stay here and warn someone else they've returned.
Is there any other way we can do a long range message?
I mean,
I mean,
is there no
that
spots
would
to
be
hide?
if you were over here and I was just at the edge of the forest hidden, and then I can send a message to the rest of the group. That's about the longest range we can make.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, because if time is of the essence, then you guys can be doing stuff whilst one of us hangs back, and if that one person can somehow get a message to the others,
Well, I mean,
and then you can
Can I
hop through the ring and get here.
are there any
can I inverse the magic of my eerie token?
Are there any spots to hide up here?
Maybe. Yeah, yeah, there would be trees, though a lot of them have been cut back due to what they obviously needed wood. But you probably have to like hide down near like the ledge of a mountain cliff or something like that, or just in the tree line, like down below the mountain. But you'd be easily able to see something coming in and landing.
Yeah, so I mean,
Right.
me and Ulric can wait up here in the open and invite Warduk down for a duel, and then me and Ulric can handle just Warduk. The only problem are the hobgoblins, but if we're doing a duel, they should stay out.
I'm just saying it doesn't look likely they're going to return anytime soon. So
Oh,
rather than wait around and waste our
Mm.
time, one of us could stick behind and somehow send a message to the others. Once, no matter what you guys are doing, you can just jump through a ring and get here really quick.
How proud is that
Right?
Warduk guy? Like asking Vaike.
He
Would he
seems-
get off the ship first? Is he that type of guy?
yeah, if I insulted his pride, he 100% would. Right, DM? He seemed like a prideful warrior.
He definitely didn't want his partner getting involved. Do you remember he had
Mm-hmm.
a guy in a hobgoblin mask? And he told him to like stand down and like he's gonna take you on 1v2.
Where this
So
like
yeah, he definitely could be overconfident.
is there like a is there like a docking station here for the ship? Like a little like wooden area where they would have to walk out on it that's over the cliff edge a little bit?
Yeah, that's kind of like a ledge.
How
And we sabotage the docking station.
we sabotage the docking stations on the off chance that Warduk will slip, fall off to his death.
Oh, I was just thinking if the ship is landing physically on the dock, and if we there's gonna
Sabotage
be
it,
a
sure.
lot there's gonna be a lot of weight on it, and if the engine stops running, then boom, it falls off the cliff into the mountain.
Yeah, but we
Yeah,
want the ship.
engine. You don't see
Yeah.
many mechanical parts here. It's mostly like planks and fabric. But
I mean, the engine is on the ship.
Okay,
I'm saying
so
there's
if-
not.
I,
There's no engine
I
on
don't
the ship.
I don't
clearly.
I don't know what's in the ship.
Could it be really
Yeah,
funny if we
well-
leave Jack Slippy oil on this like little
Yeah,
dock.
but
Well, no,
if
if
it
the ship
takes too long, it will
falls,
dry.
if the ship falls, then it
think it
breaks.
does.
We can't use the ship.
No, Bird
Yeah.
is referring to Warduk slipping and breaking his neck.
I just think it'd be really funny if in like 3 or 4 sessions, Chris rolls dice in the background and goes, "Fuck," and we come back up here and Wardick is on the ground, neck broken.
Jesus.
Uh,
Wow. Not sure if it was that extreme, but
So are we just
hey,
gonna
you
go
wanted
to
to try and reverse the token magic. So look, you could do that, I think, because it's Jack is like an extension of your power. There's no
mhm.
reason why Jack couldn't use the token themselves, right?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
a joking.
So Jack could, yeah.
So okay, so
He could then
instead,
message someone.
Mhm. Well, or
Does that
me,
make sense?
but
Yeah. Yeah, you or anyone, whoever has the token. But I feel like Jack is definitely an extension of your power and would be able to use the token. So I feel like, yeah, if you gave the token to someone in the party, Jack could let you know, hey, they've returned. Jump through a fairy ring and get here quick.
mhm.
You know, so that's one
Yeah.
way you could do it.
Yeah, but what if we're in the middle of like
You might be.
Combat?
Granny's house?
Yeah. I mean,
You might be, but you've also got to bank on the fact that they might be here as well,
mhm.
for a while doing repairs.
Mm,
Right? They're not going to just land and then take off again. It seems like they have to do quite an undertaking when
Mhm.
they land. So you might have some time. It won't be immediate, but yeah, if you are stuck in the middle of
Okay.
something, you might be able
Yeah.
to get away in time. That's an option. I think Jack's trying to put forward. It's like,
Mhm.
you guys, we shouldn't waste time. I'll hang back here. You
Mm-hmm.
let me. I'll let you know if ever they come back.
We need you, Jack.
I'll be a lookout.
Wait, I
need
just
you,
realized
Jack.
something. If the token is also part of
And you
me,
need to
then
take down Warduk, and this is our best chance.
Well, what if we leave Sir Telvar? You're a magician of sorts. I've seen you do spells. Do you have any sort of messaging spells?
he's a knight.
I did review my magical capabilities earlier, and I'm afraid the best I can do is put up some sort of illusion into the sky. Other than that, I'd have to fly to your location, but I'd need to know
Oh,
where you are at that
so you
time.
could you put like a spotlight in the sky with like a juniper on it?
It's possible, but then doing so would alert the nearby hobgoblins to my presence as well.
I think
Oh.
leaving Jack's probably the best option.
But he's the strongest juniper. We all know the strongest junipers. It goes Jack, me,
Mhm.
Ulric.
Oh,
You're
okay.
forgetting me.
Oh, everyone else is below Ulric. I haven't figured that. I haven't figured that order out yet.
I don't think it's gonna get any easier than leaving Jack.
But
I think
Hey,
we do anything
if
else.
you
it's
really
just-
need me, if you really need me, Gareth can just click his fingers and I'll be right there.
yeah.
you'll be all by
It's
yourself.
not like you're leaving me behind.
We are.
Hey, I'm used to that.
Wait, you are?
What? You've been left behind before, Jack?
No.
No, I'm just saying it's kind of my thing. I feed off of it,
So this is
but
making
not
you
my
happy
own.
right now.
I can't really feed off my own, so I guess I do need someone. Hey, Glotzik, you want to?
Well, there you go.
hang back
Vaike will
too?
be lonely without you, so therefore you can have a feast when you come back.
Hey, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Well, there you go. We got it sorted. But yeah, look, if you do need me, there's nothing stopping you, okay? I can just literally sprout out of the ground again.
I'll reach down. I'll put a thorny hand on Jack's round head. You know,
I think we should leave it up to Garreth. This is his familiar.
whatever you think is best,
Yeah.
Jack. I agree with. I'll miss you.
Wait.
You got a choice. Your two best bets are Sir Talavar and and Jack. But if the Talavar stays behind and puts up like a big
Yeah.
flare into the sky, they're gonna know
Yeah.
something's off.
Okay. Is there a way we can use a mirror?
Babalorna's thing?
That's more of Bavlorna's.
Yeah.
Yeah, she can see through it, but you can't see through back. Yeah.
We need to find a pair of sending stones.
That's
That's my
basically what we're trying to
sister.
do with the token. That's what the token's great for, though.
Yeah.
They kind of do work like a one-way sending stone.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And that's
This
why
is
I need
kind of
my
a good
sister.
opportunity to use it.
all right, Jack.
But rather than leave you behind, it could be more beneficial to just leave Jack.
Yeah.
And if you do need Jack, you can get them back. It's not like they're stuck here and you can't
If
use them.
I were to give Jack my token, then basically he is within range of me, which gives us the opportunity to talk over distance still, right?
Not full-on conversation, but he will be able to send you one-way messages. Yes.
Okay.
And he will tell you when they arrive.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make the magic of the error token that way.
Okay. Yeah, sure thing. You can recreate a new eerie token. You grow a tooth.
I grew a tooth on a short rest now.
Perfect. Well, a new one's come back. A little gap is filled, and then
another.
pluck it back out.
I pluck one out.
Jack,
It's another one every time.
He sticks it into his own mouth.
yeah.
He's a bit of sticky oil and sticks it into his mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we need to
All
check.
right, guys. This isn't goodbye. I'm only the worst, longest possible scenario will be like 7 days, but I doubt it'll be that long. But I'll keep you posted. This is good. We will know the moment he gets back, and then we strike.
Yeah. Payback.
All right.
Jack, Baird will walk over to Jack, and for a few moments, he, while turned away from the rest of the party, he will let his emotional walls completely down for a moment.
Jack takes a big gulp
That's a lot of food.
and looks. It is, and you see him looking as plump as ever, and yeah, his sad little eyes drip with orange tears. But you know he's enjoying it in the saddest way possible. And I think Jack is almost like his arm's gonna droop down to the side, like he almost falls to his knees when experiencing this. He looks distraught.
And Baird will hug Jack and then step away, and he is.
That'll keep me going. That's for sure.
He sniffles, wipes some orange snot away. Okay.
So
And with that, you see Jack jump through a little portal and into the tree line to disappear.
There goes our hero.
Remember, you can always message us, even if the ship's not there.
Yeah,
I
make
know,
sure you
it's
check
been-
in.
It's been 5 seconds. No, wait, 8.
We still miss you.
Make sure you wear a coat. It gets cold out here.
How do you know?
Yeah.
Don't talk to any other strange pumpkins, okay?
Okay, the other strange pumpkins want to take advantage of you. Don't let them. Tell them that.
Don't
Tell them-
listen to the mushrooms.
Yeah.
What? No, they're chill.
That's right.
Tell them you have 2 uncles that will kill anybody that lays a finger on you. Okay.
Oh, I know. And I'm sure you'll be doing lots of killing when you get back.
That's the plan. If Zybona wills it.
I'll soften Warduke up for you.
Oh, please
Don't
don't.
give yourself
Please
killed, Jack.
don't. I want the
Marinate him.
whole. Give me the whole course.
If you get the opportunity, and he might slide off that dock, though. Like, if you see them coming in, you teleport up there and put a bunch of slippy oil down, like, real quick.
Sure. I'll stall them. Okay, well, with that, you are going to have to walk back down the mountain. We use Clapperclaw now as the party token. You'll have to walk back down the mountain and head. Actually, from here, I'll say that you've got a good look out. This is probably one of the highest places in Thither. And as a result, I'll give you a couple of locations. Why not? In the distance, you do see a moonlit lake with this kind of misty veil that just sort of hovers above the surface. And in the center of the lake, you see a tiny little island just way off it over there. Here you go. Something like this. It's a beautiful, picturesque looking vista. You also see there are, from here, it's a dense woodland, like really dense. So you can't really pierce through the canopy on that front, but it looks like a clean way down the mountain, because when you flew up, you kind of went up the sheer side because it was quicker. But to get down, you'll have to actually go back through this dense section here. And then from there, wherever you please, really. And we'll just end the session with one last perception check from everyone as well. See if you spot anything moving, or see if you spot anything interesting.
I don't quite check
Like a
anything.
smoke trail or a... Oh my god, is that Ulric again?
Yeah, it is.
I'm so perceptive today.
Are you sure?
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
you had a
crazy.
20.
Okay.
You rolled a net 20, and for some reason, me, Notus, still rolled higher.
Yeah, all right. It's got the bonuses still. Well, you can't take that away. The 17's still great. 20, 18, and 17 definitely spot something moving through the tree line, and you're trying to figure out what it is, because it's got to be visible because it's massive and it's kind of rustling an entire canopy. And that's when you begin to realize that probably isn't a thing, but rather the entire trees themselves seem to be moving. Like there's this big section of them that almost look like they're on a march through the forest. And they seem to be heading how do I point it? They seem to be heading like this way. So they're like behind the lake here, and then they're going this way. That way.
Wow.
What else do you spot? There is also, unrelated to that, but actually quite nearby, there is a great section of trees that have been busted and broken. Like the trunks have been snapped, and it's in stark contrast to the rest of the forest, because it seems like there are trees everywhere. Any space that isn't occupied by a mountain or river, there's trees. And so when the trees are knocked over, it's just very visible and stands in contrast to the rest. And that's nearby, probably about here or something. And what else? There is way off in the distance from you, there seems to be these floating islands, and they're just these chunks of rock kind of nestled together, hovering above the tree line. And you can see there are little flashes happening on top of these floating islands. And I'll reveal this over here.
Like red flashes or different colors?
Colors, yeah, different colors, like purple, red, violet, indigo, and then yeah, it's so barely visible, but I guess with a 20
it isn't a barrage of
notice.
just fireballs.
No.
There's a bunch of wizards
No,
trying to
it's
keep
like
the
little
magic missile off
puffs.
the ground.
Yeah, there's something up there, but that's probably just visible by Notus, just barely off in the distance. Yeah,
I think those are the
If
things
it's
you would
bright
notice for
colours,
now.
it's not noticeable by Notus.
Ah, yes, but there is certainly
Mhm.
like auras of emotion up there, which you would
Okay, fair
see
enough.
are like a fierce, conflicting. Like I guess it'd be like red, right? This rage is happening. Like,
Okay.
yeah. So you see a red flashes,
Okay.
and I think with that we will end tonight's session with a whole plethora of different adventure locations for you to head in. But yeah, I hope someone's making notes of all those. But yeah, this place is vast and the wilderness is so dense. You
Man,
don't
I'm
know where
glad
to
we have a
begin.
guy who knows how to navigate labyrinths.
I'm so glad.
Yeah. And with that, we'll say goodbye and catch you on
Hey,
next
bye
week.
bye.
We'll be
Bye,
playing on.
everyone.
See you. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.